Hey, here we go.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, guys. We are back for another lovely episode after a small break of Allied Adventures. Where we last left off was absolute fucking madness for our St. Patrick's Day episode, where Bloodvin from Leprechaun was involved, and chaos literally ensued in so many ways. In fact, and now our adventurers own their very own village full of businesses, homes, and excitement. So yeah, that was the thing. We're gonna do what we always do and give you the quick rundowns. Let's kind of remind you guys of who the players are. So we'll start with you, Jenny. Real quick character name and quick visual description.
I am Calypso Rain. I am a 3-foot gnome, and I like to thwack things with my spoon that's as big as I am. I dress in pants and a tunic and boots, and I like to follow around these people for the amusement factor, and it has been fun.
It has been fun. Michelle, I got you next.
All right. Excuse me. First, I have to say, in the warning, it says mature audiences. I don't even think any of us are mature enough to be listening to this show. Anyway, so I do Fever Phoenix. She is a Fire Genasi druid, Circle of the Haze, so she is pretty much a fucking stoner like me. So you know what? That's fun. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Now we own a fucking village and can do whatever the fuck we want.
Oh, didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, including having a mimic house that eats people. So that's fun. Matt, you're up next, buddy.
I am Rico. I'm a Goliath cleric. I have a huge warhammer that I like to smash stuff with.
Which just got even better recently.
Oh yeah, and I used to be afraid of mimics, but not so much since I met my new friend, the house. What was his name again? Oh, somebody, please help me out.
You guys named him
Antonio. Come on,
Antonio. Okay.
Yeah.
Me and Antonio are good friends, and I'm about 7 foot tall. I have long hair, and I'm wearing armor.
Yeah, plate mail armor now.
Heck yeah. My character's backstory is he's in for the ride. He's having a lot of fun. That's what's going on here.
I feel like being in for the ride should have also been Dell's character background since she rides rugs. All right, we're on to you, Jayson.
My character's name's Rodney. He is a Warforged, stands about 6.5 foot tall, dark blue and black metal, stone, and like leather is what his body's made up of. He is a barbarian, and he uses a great sword, really big ass blue steel great sword. And you're welcome for Antonio, by the way, because that was my creation. You're welcome. And I'm the motherfucking mayor.
Yeah, and you also have a cloak that's kind of like Antonio's brother that you haven't named yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
And your cloak is also a mimic.
Mimic cloak. Yeah, my theme, I guess, is mimics. I make them. I wear them. I am the mimic whisperer.
Yeah, which is super interesting. This is something I'm not seen in any campaigns we've ever played together before. Like I've seen like mimic stuff and a mimic companion one.
I've got to collect them all like Pokemon. I have to find every mimic that exists and
the
have
house
one.
mimic, the cape mimic. You've got a rug that may or may not one day become a sentient mimic. Who knows?
All right. Well, okay. So I got to name the cloak. He is going to be. Let's see. We got Antonio the house. I think we're going to stick with the Italian theme, and we're going to make this one Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. As long as you're making these notes, sir. I just run the adventures. I don't memorize you guys' bullshit. Although I do enjoy the bullshit. You guys will notice that my lovely Weasley twin counterpart Dell is not present today. Dell is as clumsy as I am, especially when we're the brain being shipped back and forth between UPS is lost in the mail. She tripped and had a bit of a fall. Right now she's relaxing with a concussion. She's getting better. But we're sending all our love to her, and I actually forced her again to take some time off from the network just so she can breathe and heal up, because we need our Dell, and especially with our new show this Sunday, the I Like Pictures show with Bernie Roth from Killer Sofa. That's a whole new show and a whole new angle for us about filmmaking. We need her rested up and good to go. So she'll be back with us the next time we do Allied Adventures. And again, we all send some love out to our Dell. The things have been crazy in our games. Like we've only played like 2 sessions, and each session we've been able to complete an entire short adventure for the most part. Wait, no, actually, I take that back, because the house one was two. Yeah, it was 2 episodes, and because it was slightly longer. The last one was going to be much longer, but things changed. Which
I broke it.
Well, I don't want people to think it's breaking, because that's something that gets said a lot. I break the game, I break the DM. And what happened was he made a choice that I did not expect, so it forced me, which I thought I did a pretty good job at pulling it off. But he did catch me off guard. But as I said in the last episode, if you guys missed it, I like being caught off guard, because I can plan as much as I want for the players, but it comes to a point where keeping me on my toes is a good thing for my creativity too. So it works out that way, and this is how real games work. I mean, we don't script this show, guys. Like, they don't know the adventures beforehand. Sometimes I decide what I'm going to do 5 minutes before we hit live. It's, there's a lot happening. But we are starting our Easter adventures, and you guys might be wondering how this, what this has to do with like an overarching campaign. So my plan is to do a lot of these, these little one-shots for holidays, but also within the one-shots are threads and characters being introduced from the overarching world, also letting them a chance, giving them a chance between now and level 5 to not have me murder them constantly, and to develop their own stories and characters and backgrounds. So it kind of services all sides of this. But like I said, pay attention to some of the things that get introduced, because they are things that are going to be long running. I didn't expect the leprechaun to be a long running thing, but now they made it to where he's going to be a long, eventually returning character. So like, we never know. Yeah, exactly. He does have his own room,
and there's still more rooms to give.
And there's more houses left. There, you still got some business space. I mean,
yeah. So my mission as mayor is to find the most interesting and or fucked up people possible to populate this town.
Yeah, you guys have hired a lot of people as well. Yeah. So true to form, I also have another awesome adventure called Hops to It. It is a 3 to 4 hour adventure, and this could be done in one session. It could be done in multiple sessions. That really is up to you guys and how you take it. I do want to give some credits though, because it was written by Kristen Sakali. The artwork was from Wizards of the Coast, and the editing and feedback for the adventure was done by Tyson Vanover. Another reason why I like to mention this is because there's a lot of really cool stuff on the DM's Guild that, this is an adventure I actually paid for at one point in time a while back to support the creator that I still have access to. But there's so many cool creators on the DMs Guild. You can go on there and look for a lot of different editions. This, of course, is a fifth level, fifth edition game. That's what we're playing. But there's a lot that happens between the DMs Guild and the RPG Writer Workshop. And if you're new to gaming or you're a new DM, it's a great place to go and look around to kind of figure out what your flavor is for your games, or do these really cool like one-shot adventures. So definitely check out the DMs Guild for really cool content. I know I've gotten so much content that we haven't even seen yet. I even found some amazing stuff for like urban legends and mythology, and there's even stuff for like creepypasta. I actually found a creepypasta supplement that I picked up a long time ago from there that I've never gotten to use. So we actually have all the stats for Slender Man and all kinds of other really interesting shit for stuff.
Nope. That's going to be another one that I'm going to fuck with you with. Nope. I dare you to put Slender Man in and see what happens.
Well, I mean, I'm already going to at some point. You just
I will every man hybrid the fuck out of it.
And you have the ability to do that, but sadly, an entire village of children may be lost in the process. But maybe not. Oh yeah, actually, we Slenderman D. Oh yeah, I've got stats for everything in D&D. I'm even I've run some fairly famous games and using pop culture and horror in D&D as well. Like we've done some great adventures with Evil Dead, Friday the 13th. We just did a Leprechaun one last time. I bring a lot of interesting things in. You might even run across a very small town named Derry in the middle of nowhere that has a killer clown, problem.
Which I will completely bypass.
Can we sacrifice children in that town too?
I mean, okay, this is not like
what is it with you and sacrificing children, Raz?
I know this is just her shtick because last night we were streaming to Twitch and playing the new South Park game, and she was beating the shit out of kindergartners and screaming about it. So I think it's really her that has the sacrificing children thing. I just live here and it kind of through osmosis, the child murder. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But so yeah, you guys last we left off. We're back in the main town. You literally had just finished handling things with the mage and moving everything she owned back over to your village and hiring the rest of the people you needed. And you guys even got a Sasquatch, a local famous Sasquatch, to help you guys move back to your village to help out your outdoor section. He's doing fuck knows what out there. As you guys are relaxing at the end, though, I might have accidentally hit that again. So that's my fault. So you guys are hanging out, and this strange, large man that you've never seen before. Large by large I mean fat, like very not like heavy set, but I mean he can barely walk. He's so swollen with skin and meat. He walks in. He's dressed like a noble though in very expensive clothes, and he kind of waddles in. And he goes immediately over to the bar to Mafak, and he waves his arms around and mutters some shit you guys can't hear from where you're sitting. And Mafak just kind of rolls his eyes and nods his head a few times. The guy puts down an envelope and then just stands up straight, or as straight as he can, and waddles out of the bar with an aura of self-importance just emanating around him.
You should check in with the mayor. He's over at that house. I point in. He usually gives gifts to traveling nobles. I point to the mimic house.
Well, you guys aren't near your house. You're in.
No, I said I point over towards the mimic house. When he's walking out the door.
How can you point towards the mimic house when the mimic house is in your village and you're in a town?
Oh, I thought we were in.
Riverdale. No, you guys. You guys had just finished hiring everyone you needed to go back to the village.
Okay.
You ended in the vulgar unicorn that's in, the initial town.
The downtime, my brain got scrambled. I thought we were.
No,
in
you're good.
Still.
No. You're fine. You're good to go, man.
I strike that from the record, Your Honor.
So, yeah, that's what's happening, and eventually, Mafak's just like, damn it. And he opens the envelope. He looks at it. He snaps his fingers, and some blank spaces of the wall are now filled with some tapestries. And on these tapestries is the announcement of apparently a festival, one that he doesn't again seem pleased. It's just called the Spring Ale Festival is what it's called. And again, he just seems a little irritated by it. But then he goes back to just washing some mugs and hanging out and talking to people that are coming back and forth at the bar. And
I,
that's where we're starting our session.
I wander over to Mafak
Okay.
and I go, "All right, what's the deal?" I not I my head kind of nods towards the banners.
So it's this festival that was really big around here for a long time. We kind of stopped doing it 5 years ago because, well, honestly, that because I started making all the ale and the original brewery that hosted this whole thing just kind of disappeared. Like, I mean, the building's still there, but like there was just no more communication, back and forth between them and the town. It's kind of we thought abandoned, but this letter just came, and that was the mayor, by the way, that super special guy that just came in and out. And
I
apparently we have to do the festival now, and he got all the shipment of the ale in, and he doesn't need my spirits to cover things for this. So I'm a little irritated that I'm getting left out of it. But I still have to advertise because I'm a shop owner, and it's kind of one of the things we agreed to around here.
I look back at the stoner. I go, "Hey, does this scream everybody who goes into that house is gonna die to you or no?"
Yeah, but it sounds like it's fun.
All
And
right.
she just hits her pipe.
Wait, no. See, here was my idea: go in there before everybody else, break it all, and then come out and they can do whatever.
Sounds good to me.
All any objections? Speak up now. Okay, Mafak, where's this place?
Oh, okay. I mean, I can draw you a map if you're wanting to go to it straight to there. I mean, that's your call, man. I mean, the festival's going to be tomorrow now. Apparently, it starts in the morning, and that's
I
it's
already
late.
know how this is gonna roll. We're gonna break it before they break the people. So map us.
Oh, okay, yeah. Give me just a minute here. Hold on, I got to bypass a bunch of stuff, which is easy to do. All right, he's like, okay. As he's drawing the map, he's like, there's some things you guys need to know. So the last time we had this festival, like weird shit started happening all over town, like leading up to it, which hasn't as happened as much this time because we just now found out. Well, just now, looks like 11 hours before the festival that there's going to be a festival. So there were some problems with some things that going like little shit was going missing all over town. Mostly harmless stuff. But some people turned into animals for some reason. We're still not exactly sure what happened with it, and we lost a lot of townsfolk then because they could just never.
Called it.
No,
Let's go.
yeah, no one was able to turn back into human beings again. There were owls, rabbits, you name it. There was all kinds of shit, basically, and it just started explaining, man. But this place, okay, this distillery, I guess we'll call it. It's like 100 years old, man. It was like the thing around here, and their ale was like before I was around, and they, before they shut doors and everything, they were the most famous ale on this continent. Like it was that big of a deal. It shipped everywhere, just like mine ships now. Um, but everybody remembers it being this, amazing, odd, fucking thing. But no one ever remembers going inside. They just like no one I know actually ever went inside. And the last 10 years it was open, there was never correspondence. Just payments were made, shipments showed up, and then the last festival happened 5 years ago, and it just sort of died out, and no one's heard of the place since. Yeah, okay, so here it is. Here's your map. Honestly, like, not. It's the opposite direction from where your village is, right? It's on similar directions that you just kind of go instead of going west all the way out to where you guys are, you go east and take the main road, like get to the main road that travels out east. It's honestly about the same exact distance as your village, but again in the opposite direction.
That's
So
okay. We
you
hired
should get there in a
security.
day.
We hired security anyway, so they can take all the stuff over there, and the security
Okay,
can
cool.
escort him.
I mean, yeah, but it's about a day's travel.
All right. Well, let's go burn this place down before people start turning into animals. I mean, the owls are cool and all, but the rest of it, no, not acceptable. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm assuming you guys are going to use the carriage like you usually do for long journeys.
Yes.
All right.
Indeed.
You guys are popping in the carriage as always. Again, you're so close to the main town, like the first town that anyone ever experiences when they come to this world. There's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of, you're not going to find any highwaymen or thieves or robbers trying to bar your path. Um, it's not that far out. Like when I say a day's travel, I mean just through the day, not like a 24-hour thing. Like realistically, on the road, you guys are leaving in the evening. You're going to end up traveling overnight, and you're going to get there probably, realistically, say 10 in the morning.
Okay, well, we'll
From
sleep
our
on
world
the
time.
way.
Yeah. And take turns with the driving or what have you. Actually, you don't have to because it drives itself. But someone's still got to guide the damn thing. But you know what I mean. So again, you guys get there. You're well rested. There's nothing that really stops you on the way. It's the same exact forest that you see all around everywhere. No surprises. You get to where you need to go. And as you're getting closer, the forest is getting denser. You can tell that this is a pretty deep part of the woods. You get to where the map takes you, and the road splits off. It's not a nice, well-worn path. It's very overgrown. I mean, you can take the cart through it, sure, and you can definitely get the cart through it, but you're going to be like tight,
All right,
very tight.
let's go on foot. We can leave the cart and secure it or whatever.
So, how are you guys going to leave the cart and secure it? That's what we need to talk about.
Do we still have rope on us?
Yeah, you guys all have rope as part of your adventure kits. You guys have plenty of rope still between you.
Or
Do we have?
do you
do
want
we
to tie
have-
it to a tree in here?
Do any of you know how to cast arcane lock? Mage types
Any mages?
or magic users? Period. Because I think that's a pretty universal spell. Oh wait a minute, no, it might not be.
What is it?
Arcane lock.
No.
All right. Well, does it
I
have
just
locks
heard
on
of it today.
I mean, we're in the woods.
Well, you're in a main path that cuts through the woods, about to abandon your cart on the side of the road to take a path by foot.
Well, I mean,
It's a well-traveled, like the main road is well-traveled. People come through here all the time.
Well, I guess we have to take the cart through. Let's go. So we can't leave it here. It won't be here when we get back.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I guess we'll navigate through the rough.
Okay. It's just not comfortable terrain. It's very bumpy. It's not going to damage your cart, but like you're in there tight. There's no room for failure here. Like you're tight, and if something happens, you're stuck. So let's hope nothing happens. In fact, someone is giving me a luck roll. I don't care who. You guys can choose amongst yourselves.
Is it 3D? Is it 2d6?
3d6.
3d6. All right, d6.
And let us all know what you got.
1, 2, 3. All right. So 10. So I got to roll below that on a 20-sided.
Yeah.
7.
Okay, you got your luck roll. There's a part about halfway through. There's like this big awkward pothole that's like partially in your path. So you manage to notice it. You guys notice this, and you get out of the vehicle and you find a large rock nearby and some extra like dirt and stuff, and you kind of do a makeshift pothole fill in. That way, you guys are able to get it over without getting stuck. And after you get over, you check it out. You stamp the dirt down around it some more to make it a little bit more solid, just to make sure it's going to be easier to still get through on the way out. So good find on that. You guys make it to where you need to go at the end of this path. And this is a path so deep that the woods just are getting thicker. Like you can tell there's been no logging out over here. There's nothing. There's even a small mountain over here. Like as you get up into the area right in front, this giant area that's over fucking grown. Almost kind of reminds you a little bit of a like half the size of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, like kind of set up, but right next to it there's this giant, like really tall, like almost like a wizard tower. But all that is at the base of a small mountain, basically. And even the mountain, there's no signs of mining camps anywhere near it. Like this whole area just seems abandoned, and it's got a very odd vibe, like you're being watched. That's how it. That's the only way I can describe how it would feel.
Okay, I guess we secure the cart and like tie the horses and all that stuff, or not horses. I'm sorry. Tie the cart. I mean, I don't. Is there a way to lock it, like the doors, or not?
Well, I mean, you guys can, depending on how you tie it up. Like you got multiple ropes, 50-foot ropes between you guys.
Yeah, but
You could easily.
people can cut ropes off them. I was just like, is there like a lock on the
True.
cart doors?
I mean, that's up to Matt. There can be if he chooses that there is. It's a small detail, so I don't mind what he decides.
Oh yeah,
All right,
we'll do that.
We lock it up and head towards.
Yep. It's a basic, it's a masterwork lock that's just built into the carriage. There you go. So, what do you guys see in front of you? It is, barring your way to get to the tower to anything on the property, is a large iron fence that stretches as far as you can see into the woods in both directions. It stands 10 feet tall. It does have a gate with a large lock on the front.
Can I use my warhammer on the lock?
Can we just?
You can.
Can we just try to open it?
No, it's locked.
Yeah.
It's actually locked. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't tell you that until you just asked, but yes, it is locked.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to break it.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll to attack. It's a normal attack roll. You hit it. Go ahead and do your damage.
Wait, okay. I think I rolled the wrong thing.
I was going to tell you, you rolled the wrong damage. You got to roll the damage for that there.
Yeah, the warhammer.
10.
All right, you hit this thing pretty fucking solid. And, I mean, it gives a tiny bit, and you definitely see a dent, because then your warhammers are pretty fucking big, although this is a large lock. You have a feeling it's going to take a bit. You can definitely open it this way. It'll definitely work. It's just going to take you a while.
Okay.
So your options are to figure out how to get over the fence in a different way. And you're also pretty much sure now that you're not going to be able to pick the lock, because it's dented enough to you're not going to be able to pick it now.
Well, there goes that, because I could have picked the lock.
It's no longer pickable, but you can keep beating on it, and it will eventually, you'll eventually be able to get it.
Well, while
he look for another way.
He can beat on it if he wants. I'm going to start walking up and down the fence and see if there's a hole in it somewhere.
All right, make me an intelligence check or an investigation if you prefer.
I think they're both the same, actually. All right. This one goes to 11.
So far, you're finding nothing.
Do I keep rolling if I keep hitting it or no?
Give me a second because I want to include everybody else here. Jenny, okay. What are you doing? Right now, he's hitting the lock with a hammer, and your metal friend has gone one direction on down the fence to see if there's any other way in.
I am watching his back, watching around us while he's hitting that thing in case somebody comes up.
Okay. I want
that we don't know.
To make me a perception check.
Okay.
If you need any help, let me know. Oh, you got it.
5?
You don't notice shit. You don't notice shit. There are trees. You notice the trees. The bewildered beast has been here. That's where you're at right now. There's some trees. Which brings us over to Michelle.
I am also watching beating on the lock back. Sorry.
Words are hard.
I
Yeah, very
yell
hard
back,
today.
way to be productive, guys.
So I need you to go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yes. All right, that is a 15.
You notice even more trees. No, everything seems to be good. Going pretty well. You can tell that your gnome friend seems very distracted and is looking around wildly, just at different trees because they're all everything is much taller than the gnome in the overgrowth, and that's the problem right now for the gnome. Like the gnome's having problems seeing over the overgrowth. So, but if something happens in the overgrowth, the gnome's got it covered.
They're just trees, Calypso. They're not going to bite you.
Are you sure? Have you ever been bitten by a tree before?
Yes, I have. It's not fun, but these are just trees.
You notice,
May I
yeah,
remind you of the carpet?
fair enough. So you notice that your Goliath is just smashing the shit out of that lock. Yeah, there's no picking it now. He's fucking that lock up, and your metal friend is wandering off. It seems to be like inspecting the fence down that direction.
While you're staring at the trees, see if one of them's a mimic. We need one for the yard.
So that brings us back to our Goliath, and go ahead and make another attempt to smash that lock.
Why won't this lock break?
Holy shit. That's a 23 to hit. Was that a crit by chance?
No, you rolled a 16.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting it. It shows up, yeah. That was a way stronger hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
7.
Okay. So not as much damage, but like it was a more solid hit. So you see the lock, start to come down a little bit more from the prong. So like you're definitely sure you can get this open another couple swings. Like, and you're beating this lock will never be useful again, ever by the time you're done. But damn it, that gate will open. You're sure about this. Jayson, we're gonna go ahead and move over to you. I need you to make me another either intelligence or investigation check for me.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Lower than last time.
Wait, what's that? It's more fence.
Yeah.
It's more fence.
I start heading back.
It's more fence time.
Okay. So you're pretty sure that you're gonna have to walk a ways to find anything in that direction. That direction along the fence is just not. It's not doing it.
Yeah, I start heading back towards the group.
Okay.
I mean, if it doesn't, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head back to the group. If it looks like he's still gonna be there for a while, I'll start heading in the other direction.
Fair enough. All right. Nothing else is going on. You two just kind of watching things. Jenny, are you still on alert, or did you want to do something different?
I'm.
And I scoop up the little gnome and put her on my shoulder as I walk by the group.
There you go.
I go,
Roll me another perception check now that your height has altered.
That is not the right one. There we go.
Ooh.
Damn.
21.
So you see something strange. You think a tree might have just moved. Like one of the big old trees. Like you think you might have just saw it like it's kind of in the corner of your eye, like you noticed real quick and you turned and like by the time you look, the leaves just shook a little bit. But you think the tree itself moved. I mean, it could have been something like moving branches, but you think it might have actually been the tree.
I think the tree moved, my big friend.
I look over which tree.
That one over there.
By the time you look, the leaves are just a tiny little bit unsettled, which could be explained by a small critter or the wind.
I wander over.
Okay.
I look at the tree and I go, look. If you're a mimic or something like a mimic, we have a history with mimics. You either come into our village and live there or die because you try to attack us. Choice is yours.
There is no response from a tree.
Okay. I'm the mimic whisperer.
But not the tree whisperer, apparently.
Oh, it is not a mimic tree. So
True. Back to our druid. Why don't you go ahead and roll me another perception?
Perception?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if I can. There. Ooh, 20.
So you have to be looking that same direction. You saw what she saw, except for she saw it a little bit quicker than you did, but you definitely saw what looked like the tree, like the last moment of it just kind of settling. So you also are very suspicious about this fucking tree, man.
Okay, so she is going to get a little fire going in her hands
Mhm.
and walk over to the tree
Okay.
and stand next to Rodney.
Now this is an oak tree that is. If you guys all stood like tight in a circle, that would maybe be the size of the trunk of this tree. Like it's a huge old fucking tree that's so tall, and the forest is so dense you can't even begin to hope to see the top of it.
Let's not burn the forest down.
She looks up at the tree.
I mean, you're a druid, for God's sake.
She's looking at the tree and she looks to Rodney and just holds her hand up for a second. Just like literally holds her hand up and puts like that 1 second type hand hold. And she looks at the fire and she looks at the tree. It's like, I really, really like the outdoors and I like the forest and I'm a druid, so I really don't want to set you on fire. So, you want to talk to us or not?
There is no response from the tree. Matt, why don't you go ahead and roll for that lock again?
Mm-hmm. 16.
That'll hit. Go ahead and do your damage.
I think I hit the wrong button again.
No, it says Warhammer plus 1 damage. Is it 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. You did the right damage. It's Warhammer. Warhammer plus 1. Yep. Not as solid hit as the one before, but it's still a pretty solid hit. Better than your first hit. You think this might have a swing or two left at best. Like you're getting really close to busting it open. Not quite there yet, but you're damn near it. I'm gonna go ahead and at this point in time, you've gone past where he is now, Jayson, since you've already picked up the your friend, and you go back to the fence and start walking in the other direction. So go ahead and give me an intelligence or investigation check.
Nope. More fence.
You got a 17?
No, I got an 8. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
You got a 17, sir.
My it popped up for me. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Yep, you're right. 17.
Yep. 16 plus 1.
It didn't scroll down for me. I was still sitting on Matt's Warhammer.
Oh, like a minute or two. If you guys would have just looked a little bit better before you started, you'd have seen it. It's one of those moments. There is a rusted, broken part of the fence that's just wide enough for it's just big enough for even the biggest amongst you to slide through it. And it's only 30 feet from the gate.
Hey, you guys. And I go through the hole in the fence. Well, I take the gnome off my shoulder first, and then go through, and so she can go through.
Thank you.
So I'll smack her into the bars.
Appreciate it.
I go through, guys. A pong. Oops.
So are you guys all gonna go ahead and follow?
I'm gonna fucking break this lock. I've been working on it too fucking hard.
So he's just watching everybody going through, and he is just settled on this. So go ahead and give me another attack here.
17.
17. All right, do your damage again. Well, then you can say about him, he's not missed a single swing yet. That's
8.
impressive, actually. 8. All right, that is just enough, barely by 1 point of damage, to knock the rest of this thing open. So now they're already through it on the other side, watching you from the other side of the gate. But that lock is off, and you just swing that big gate wide
Oh no,
open.
I want to kick the fucking gate down.
You're not going to kick it down, but you can kick it open. It's sturdy. You kick it right open, and it is more than big enough for you to be able to have had you have not already tied the cart up to have brought the cart inside. But you're good. It's just a very wide gate. It's like I'd say a good 15 feet across. So it was
I'm
huge. You got a
satisfied.
huge entry and exit point now. That's
Yeah, it's a good exit point.
you're solid.
If we got to get out in a hurry, bam.
Future
So-
reference, big boy. I tap the cleric on the shoulder like, good job. Future reference. I can pick locks, and I walk back to the door.
All right. So you guys are now on the other side for different reasons and different situations, different paths. You are inside the actual property, and you guesstimate it's probably going to be with this amount of just overgrowth and untamed vegetation. It's gonna be difficult terrain to walk. So it's probably, if you had to guess, it's going to take you 10 minutes to actually reach the property, the actual building. So I'm going to assume, unless you guys tell me differently, you guys are just walking towards the building.
Yeah, unless something catches our eye on the way, like another building or something shiny or things like that. Giant monster trampling through the woods towards us.
Is there anyone that's doing anything specific other than just walking?
Fever has kept that little produce flame in her hand, and she's just kind of playing with the ball, actually playing with it kind of like a ball with her hand and kind of hacky sacking it around with her hand.
Okay, cool. She's playing Don't Let the Balloon Hit the Floor.
Exactly.
I mean,
All right.
I think I'm going to do a perception check just to see if there's anything behind the gate.
Fair enough. Go for it.
The key is sitting on the ground next to the gate.
Got a
16.
Okay. No, you don't really notice anything. Honestly, there's a keep out sign that fell at some point in time and is rusting on the ground. But other than that, there's just a lot of more overgrown vegetation.
Okay.
Signs. Ha! Like I pay attention to those.
So yeah, I mean, here's where we're at, man. Like, you guys are just now walking straight up towards there, and you guys get about halfway there, and you notice the tower and the actual distillery are not separate. They are one building. It's just for some reason the way this thing was constructed, it's like the distillery is attached to the tower, more or less.
Okay.
Is the look that we're dealing with here.
Do we want to? Well, is there a door in to eat both, or is there just a door that goes into one?
It seems like the main door you're going to want to go into is on the tower side.
Okay.
But just from the look of it, it's interesting construction. Whoever did this put a lot of thought into it. You can definitely see some dwarven handiwork. I mean, all of you guys are familiar with dwarven works at this point. There was some hardcore dwarven stone and metal work going on in this to create this building, and it's got the very top floor's got some smokestacks and stuff like that. This is a very fancy distillery for sure. None of you have seen anything like it.
Is the door locked?
Well, we haven't gotten that far because you guys are still only halfway there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is just what you're seeing from the distance. Everybody now needs to make me a perception check.
Yay. Perception check. Perception. Where the hell is my perception? Oh, there it is.
17.
Insufficient.
A 17, 2 12s, and a 6.
Okay. So, Reiko's going to be the only one that actually notices it. A tree shifts and it's visible to you. You actually watch one of the branches dip down and back up. You see it. There's no mistaking that this tree just actually moved.
Burn it.
What is the
Does he
distillery
wave
made out of?
back?
Stone.
Yeah, just burn it.
You're going to burn the tree.
Yep.
Okay.
What are you going
Who's
to burn it
burning
with? It's your turn, sir. So what are you
Hey,
burning?
hey, Fever, can you handle this tree for me?
Handle my light work.
So Beaver goes up to the tree and she's playing with she's like juggling it between her hands. The little fireball that's in her hands. She's just juggling it between her hands.
Okay, stop. Does anyone speak Sylvan?
Sylvan?
No.
Sylvan.
Let me see. No, I just speak common.
Nope.
Draconic, Druidic, and Primordial.
Mm-mm.
Celestial, common, draconic, and giant.
A face appears on the tree, along with one on another tree on the other side of the path up where you guys are traveling up to the building. And they're both speaking seemingly to each other, and then they kind of tilt to you and try and speak. But their language is not making any sense because you guys simply do not understand it.
You got some paper?
She speaks to them in Druidic and sees if they understand her. And says, I see you are having a conversation. I do not understand what you are saying. Do you speak Druidic?
These younger generations, they just don't understand the language of the trees. Or the language of the fae, for that matter, which we're using right now. What is wrong with you children?
She literally takes her hands and like puts the fireball out, and I truly apologize to my elders. My parents didn't teach me Sylvan. They taught me Draconic, which was the language of my brothers and sisters, and my father taught me Primordial because he felt it might be necessary, but none of them taught me the language of the Fae. I do apologize, sirs.
And what about the gnome? What's the gnome's excuse? This seems like a very sad affair, as if modern-day gnomes do not know the language of their people.
She looks over to Calypso. They want to know why you don't speak Sylvan.
Because it was not available in my town.
They didn't offer
I
it.
apologize.
They didn't offer it in my college.
The
available
tree on the other side. The tree on the other side that's also talking to you, viewers. That is preposterous. Gnomes and the Fae go hand in hand. Sylvan is available in all Novan locations. I know this for a fact.
Now, are they speaking still Druidic?
Yes. So only you can understand what they're saying right now.
She looks to Calypso and she's like, they say that's preposterous. Sylvan should be known in all gnome places.
That is a thought that people have, yes.
Anyway, why are you here? No one has walked these grounds in many years. Why do you walk it now?
Well, apparently the mayor of the town nearby brought some flyers saying that there was going to be a festival over here. And we heard that the last festival and some of the festivals, people either go missing or die and things go bad. So me and my friends really wanted to make sure that people weren't going to die or go missing. So we wanted to take care of this place before it had a chance to hurt people.
So you seek the rabbit.
I don't know. I guess it's a rabbit.
The rabbit is the master of this edge of the land, and it is he who took possession of the stone building before you some 5 years ago. What business other than that do you have with the rabbit? It is he who has given us life.
So the rabbit is giving you life. That means that he is a life giver. That means he's not out to harm people. Is that my understanding?
The other tree is speaking again now. He says, it is not for us to question the will of the rabbit or to know his truths.
That sounds like a cult to me.
Yes, it does.
But I don't understand it, so I can't say anything.
So what if we gave you a place to live outside of the hold of the rabbit? and you could be free to live your life however you wished.
We are free to live our lives how we wish now. The rabbit does not impose his will directly upon us. He gave us life.
She's thinking for a second. What if you had a place to do whatever you wanted, and perhaps every once in a while, if the evildoer came along and needed to be taken care of, you could help with that?
One tree laughs, the other tree laughs, and then you hear dozens of laughs in the same town, like in the distance, all over the place. We do what we want now. Watch. And the other one, like a very tiny branch, just kind of comes down and swats you in the face, like, ha ha, and then goes away. Not to hurt you, just to insult you. It's not a sign of, like, an aggression. It's just, to prove a point.
Oh,
Fair, fair, fair enough.
You guys actually hear the oh when it happens.
That is fair enough. If something were to happen to the rabbit, what would happen to you?
Are you saying something's going to happen to the rabbit? Are you here to do something to the rabbit?
No, no, we are not here to do anything to the rabbit.
What kind of clothing are you wearing right now?
She's in leathers. Like,
Okay, do me a favor. I'm gonna need you to make a roll. I need you to make me a dexterity check, please. Dex check.
khakis.
Khakis.
Ooh,
Cotton.
19.
You're wearing
that's
cotton then.
safe.
Yeah, that's a dex save.
Where's that check?
Should be just the stat.
That's where I did.
Okay, yeah, you're right. No, it is a save. That works the same. You're pretty sure.
There's the check.
Okay, yeah, that you still rolled high enough. Okay, you were almost depantsed by the other. Like you guys are witnessing these two little branches very sneakily moving to about her waistline, like they're gonna do something, and then she turns around, swaps them away.
no, 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 nothing's gonna happen to the rabbit. We just want to talk to the rabbit and find out why people were going missing before the rabbit came around.
And what should you do? Should you find out that the rabbit is responsible for these missing people? Then what? Then what would you do to the rabbit? Maybe another dex check.
Sexual harassment, panda.
She takes a really long hit of her pipe and is still slapping away, or trying to slap away, because she's about to do a dex check again.
Hold on. I'll let you do your dex check. Then I got to do my own check for personal reasons.
23.
As you're paying attention to this tree, the other tree tries to swipe into the same motion. You're just not having it.
Okay, I'm fine.
And she's like, hey, do you want to hit this? It's really good shit.
We're fine. But again, answer my question. If you find out that the rabbit is causing these people to go missing, what would you do to the rabbit?
We would find out why the rabbit is making these people go missing. If the people deserved it, then, the rabbit's fine. I mean, I don't have any problems against the rabbit, really. I just want to know why people were going missing.
Oh, we could answer that, says the other tree.
Okay.
Because it was fun. And no one is missing. They're all still here amongst the forest. No one actually went missing. They were turned into animals. And they're frolicking around the meadows and enjoying their lives. Mystery solved. Goodbye.
So she turns around and tells these guys all this stuff. That this rabbit brought the trees to life. That the rabbit has turned people into woodland critters. And that everybody's happy.
Huh.
And then she takes another long hit of her pipe because this is even for her this is too much.
Fuck it, burn it to the ground. I start going to the goddamn distillery. Let them try to stop me.
Did the trees hear him say "fuck it"? Burn it to the ground.
Oh, they heard him, and everybody's gonna have to roll initiative now.
Fuck.
They're not waiting any longer. Let's see the initiative on these trees really quick. I love it when they don't get initiatives.
It's usually their decks.
Yeah, I figured.
If they don't
I'm
give it to you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a D20. They're a negative because they're trees.
They're slow.
Okay. All right, give me just a second here. So I'll look at some stuff. All right. Jenny, what's your initiative?
3.
3. Okay. Matt, what's your initiative?
16.
What's your initiative? And what's your initiative?
20.
Okay. Second. I'm just trying to set this up so it's a little bit easier for me to follow it and do this a lot quicker than I did last session because I've learned some things about how to make this a little quicker. All right, I got the initiative ordered here for myself to make it a little easier. All right. It's clear now that they're not having this, so you definitely have the intention that this is going to be a fight. So what are you doing, Jayson?
Well, first off, sir, I would like to rage.
Okay.
And then the nearest thing with the face that's not one of my friends, I'm swinging the greatsword at.
Cool. Tree 1 or 2?
1.
All right.
Which one? Actually, which one was trying to de-pants?
They both were at different times.
Oh, okay. So fine. 1.
The tree 1 was the one that said "haha" and slapped her in the face.
All right, that one. All right, so roll the hit. 24.
That'll definitely hit.
And then I think I add what? +2 to. Is it +2 to damage when I'm raging? Rage. +2 to melee damage. All right. Yep. So 15 damage.
All right, you do 15 damage to the tree. You got it pretty good. You definitely shaved off some big sections of bark there. It's not pleased.
That would be my turn.
All right. Next is going to be Matt.
Warhammering it up.
Same tree or the opposite tree?
Same tree.
All right. Slash and smash special.
26.
You definitely hit the fuck out of that thing, man. Tree smash.
11.
Between the two of you, one of these trees is already starting to not look as fantastic and pristine as it once did. That brings us down to, let's see, Trees and Michelle are on the same. What's your dex again?
My dex is 17.
Your modifier actually. No, we can do it. Never mind. Ignore me. You were right. You go first.
All right.
I feel like we just started this episode. We're already like over an hour in, and I'm like, what? How's it been a fucking hour already?
So Beaver is going to start a bonfire underneath the first tree.
The one that they're fighting.
Yep.
All right.
So
Let's talk how
it's,
bonfire works.
it's just a deck save of 13.
13. Give me a second. I will let you know how that turns out for these motherfuckers. They failed. It failed. Sorry. Just
All
one
right. Well, here comes the. Oh fuck. 1.
All right. Give me one moment here.
That's such a roaring bonfire, ain't it, guys?
And now, how does bonfire just stays going, right?
Yes.
Pretty sure, Dad. Okay. And that's to say they're gonna have to make every round.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless they choose to move, but even if they choose to move, they're still gonna have to do a save because of the damage. Yeah, I got you. Same page. I just looked it up. All right. That's gonna bring Tree One, who is kind of can't move now because you guys have got this tree surrounded, and there's a bonfire under it, and it's going to attack what it vibes is the weakest point, which is going to be Michelle. Because it does want to move, but it's more likely in its mind to move you than the others.
Okay.
So it is going to attempt to hit you. So give me just a moment here. All right, let me do a roll. Oh, shit. That's a nat 20.
Fuck me.
Well, the tree really wants to fucking get out of here. So, let me do some damage. And these things do a lot of damage too. Like they are not pushovers. Let's see here. Let me do some scary damage. Let's do this a different way.
Fire. Bye.
You got actually pretty lucky on this. 10 damage.
Ooh, that's not too bad. That's not as bad as
Just so you know, these things do 3d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
She needs to make a concentration save for the bonfire.
Yep. She needs to make 2 saves actually. First, concentration.
Well, yeah.
that's at will.
Yeah, I know it's at will, but you still have to do a concentration check.
To maintain it.
Yeah.
After you get hit.
Which one is that going to be?
That's what's your spellcasting ability go off of? You're a druid, right?
Looking at it now.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Yep, it's gonna be a wisdom save.
22.
Yep, you definitely passed it. Now also make me a dex save real quick.
Dex save.
Try to see if he's able to kind of shove you out of the way enough to move.
17.
He's not. He comes down on you, but you keep your ground, and he is kind of stuck between you guys right now.
Hold on.
You guys also, the 3 of you now have advantage officially on this tree.
She looks at this tree and just starts cursing at it in Draconic.
So I also want to explain what advantage is for you guys. We haven't really done this a lot. You can get inspiration or advantages and things of that nature. So what happens is if you have an advantage or disadvantage, you have to roll to hit twice. And if you've got advantage, you get to use the higher of those numbers. If you have disadvantage, you'll be using the lower of those 2 numbers.
Okay.
Just to kind of explain it to you guys. So kind of when you're rolling with advantage, you got just a shot to get a better roll. Let's see. Now we are onto the other tree, who is like, hey, that's my buddy over there, and he happened to notice. Whoa, I just lost my screen. Okay, it's back up. That was weird. Probably a cord pulled a little tight somewhere. So it's gonna go after Jayson. It was the first one to be aggressive in its eyes. So I'm going to make me a roll here. Wait, hold on a minute. I have to get that roll off there. What does it matter? 20. And it's going to be 18 total. Does that
That'll
hit?
hit. Yes.
You're going to take, it's like 6 damage. And you got lucky that it rolled low on that crit, though, man. That crit could have been 25 plus damage on you.
I'm not as worried
Rolled
about
roll on
damage
this one,
right
too.
now. I'm
Yeah.
raging, so
It rolled super roll on you, too.
well, I take half from everything. So
Yeah.
unless it's magical.
It's not. It's just tree slamming you.
Okay.
It's you're getting the wood.
I do not consent.
It's not that kind of tree. That's a different game. Which brings us to Jenny.
The closest branch to me, I hit it as hard as I can with my spoon.
Okay, from my understanding, and I've not heard any different, you are riding the robot. So you're going to be attacked. You roll it with advantage because you were all 4 technically on the same tree. So you get to roll twice.
Okay.
And my screen is being wonky as hell. I don't know. I've never had this happen before. It just I keep losing it. And now it has no signal.
Uh-oh. We're getting you, though.
Yeah, I see. We see the camera. I can see the screen. I see it went dark though because you're dark now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean you'll still be able to see everything. That's not the problem. The problem is the monitor itself has stopped functioning, but the other monitor is still functioning and my computer is still functioning. So I'm just gonna need a minute because I can't even grab stuff. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little mini break and play some ads while I figure this out real quick.
Alrighty. On that.
Greetings and shabebans. We are the Retro Reductibus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Well, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Redoctopus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh.
And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Dorking Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Redoctopus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
I fixed the problem. Cat issues. Crowley, he keeps trying to go and run around in weird places, and he had almost pulled the cord completely out of the monitor. It just was it was still kind of connected, but I guess when I shifted the monitor to figure things out, the cord just came out the rest of the way. So, but we're good now. That was a hilarious issue, but we didn't need to play the ads at some point anyway. So
We got to
we're
see our
almost
good
happy.
buddy Steve too.
Hell yeah, Steve Van Sampson. Actually got to meet Steve and Derek at the him and Derek Rook over at Horror Hound. It was brilliant, and all that footage is going to come very soon.
I believe Calypso was rolling to smack a tree with advantage.
Yes, that's where we left off. Now that I can see everything properly.
So basically, you get to roll 2 attack rolls, Calypso, and take the best of the 2.
Okay, the best of the two is the 4.
What?
The best. There's a 2 and a 4. The best
What?
of the two is
What?
She rolled
Yeah.
a 2 and a 4.
What?
No.
No, I understand it. I'm just saying. What? Oh no! Wait a minute. You rolled damage. Not. You need to roll to
Okay.
attack first. The one under hit
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah, I was gonna say because there's no
Okay.
way it's a 1d6 minus 1. Like I that couldn't have been right.
All right. So the
Okay.
first one's a
Got it?
7. And the 7. So not much better.
Well, you missed, suffice to say.
I have been very blessed in many things today. Dice rolls is not one of them.
Fair enough. Bring us to the top of the round with Jayson.
All right. So yeah, smack the shit out of the tree again.
You smack that tree.
All right. So first,
Show it who's boss.
that's 13 or I don't see the bottom one because of 15.
Yeah, you'll hit.
All right. So just add 2 to this. So 9 damage.
9 damage. All right, gotcha.
Damn, I hit hard. That was rolling snake eyes. My damage. I
Yeah,
didn't realize how hard I actually hit.
it's on you, Matt.
Alrighty, we're gonna go use the Warhammer again.
You're a cleric. Use your spells.
The smart cleric that saves his spells for
Cantrips are free.
the first one's always free.
The first one's always free, baby.
17 and a 22.
I mean, yeah, you'll hit.
Do I roll damage twice or not?
No.
No, just a hit.
11.
All right,
Nice.
wow. That
Right.
that was also a very strong hit. This
Damn.
tree is it's just shedding bark now, and it's bleeding chlorophyll, like it's not good. And Matt's dropping shit on the floor up there that I can hear down here. But yeah, this thing it's even kind of like unsteady. And parts of it are really starting to go black from the flames as well. Like this tree is not in good shape right now. It's gonna probably want to do everything it can to get out of this worse than usual. So, but Michelle, you beat it in Dex, so you get to go first.
I'm going to use Control Flame and force the bonfire to go up 5 feet.
Shit. Okay. All right. So that happens, and I'm gonna make a roll really quickly.
It's another
Actually,
deck.
no. I gotta make the Dex save now again, right?
Yes.
And then if it fails, then it's some other additional negatives right now because it's actually because you guys have overwhelmed it so much. It's at disadvantage
Oh shit!
on its rolls. So okay, it's failed. It's very
Oh, 6.
Oh, so it shrieks, and it just the whole tree goes up in flames, and it happens like at this really quick pace, like almost like time is shifted just for the tree because you can watch the flames like just rip through this tree and turn it to ash, and within moments there is just a pile of just like ash and charred wood at your feet. Well, at the bottom of the bonfire, because the bonfire is still technically going. There's just it's not burning anything anymore.
Yes.
So it's done. That tree is gone.
Ooh, pretty.
The other tree just starts shouting and screaming and tries to attack you because you're the fire bearer.
Yeah, she's looking at that other tree and yelling and screaming back at it in Draconic, saying, "Come on, bring it, motherfucker! I'll set your ass on fire too."
And you guys are surrounding it, so it does not have disadvantage currently. Give me a moment. Does the 20 hit you? 20 does hit you? Okay, 1 second. Wow, it rolled very well. You're gonna be in trouble. Give me a moment here.
Okay. Druid down. Druid down.
Just knocks the fuck out of that druid. So that the druid is down. And this brings us to Jenny.
Like I'm down.
Like, are you at negatives?
I am. Let's see. I was. I put it.
She's making death saves because you don't have negatives anymore.
Yeah, no, I gotta let her talk so I can hear what she's saying.
I was at a 9 when I had the 4.
Okay, give me a second. Roll me a d20 real quick.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Son of a bitch, 3.
Okay. You get multiple. The thing about the death saves in this is you get multiple attempts to whether you live or die.
So
It's
that
a,
is
it- it's a
failure, right?
it's a 3-strike rule. Basically, if you fail 3 times, you're dead. If you succeed 3 times, you're stabilized.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not up, you're just stabilized. But
Can
you're
I
not dead.
use Spare the Dying spell?
On your turn, you can use the spell.
Your best bet is just to use a Cure Wounds spell with her, because that'll give her hit points back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And then
for now,
she's
we're
exactly
at
up.
Jenny.
How close to the tree is my big friend? Is my next question.
He would have to move to the tree in order for you to hit it. What you can do, even though it's the end of the round, I will let you save your action for when he moves if you would like.
Please and thank you.
Not a problem. Which puts us back to you, Jayson.
Okay. Yeah. Turn burn. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask the DM if he will allow this to add extra damage if I do hit. While I'm going to swing downwards, scoop up some of the ash and coals, and use that while I'm on my sword to swing into the tree. See if I can add a little extra oomph to the damage.
I'll allow it to roll a dex save.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, we might be able to. We can do that.
All right.
That's
just
smart.
just a regular hit.
Yeah.
2 hit on this one. All right.
Yep, regular because you guys haven't.
You know what?
surrendered yet.
I am going to recklessly attack, so I can retain my advantage.
All right.
But he gets advantage to hit me.
Yeah.
All right. So the dice is on top of that. 15 on the first one. 15 on the second one.
You hit. So let me do this roll real quick. That way, when you do the damage, I can have you do that.
All right. Well, I'll have to add the extra dice on top of it. I'll just roll my normal damage now.
And he failed it. So yeah, I'm gonna let you do a D4 of additional damage for the fire.
So 15 total so far. Let me add the D4.
You do the D4 separately.
Yeah, 15 plus 1 fire damage.
I got you at 13 for your damage.
Oh,
because never mind. It's because of what you're using.
Yeah, because I'm raging. I get +2 to my damage.
Yeah, because you can click on that in the program, and it'll take that. It should take that into account. I don't know why it didn't.
It lets me use the rage, like actually use the one of my, because I have so many a day, but it doesn't add it to.
Oh, weird. Okay. But yeah, you're good. All right. It didn't catch on fire or anything, but you it definitely hit it.
Yeah, I just wanted the extra fire damage to it. Yeah, a little extra burn to it.
Yep.
And
since Jenny held her action, we're gonna let her do her action now.
I tried to thwack it again.
Okay. And there's 2 of you attacking, so you have advantage. So that 5 is okay if it didn't hit. Let's see what the other one does. 8. You have still missed the tree.
Of course I did.
Jenny, what class are you?
She's an artificer.
What class am I?
Yeah, can't you use spells? Because you'll roll better to hit with your spells than you will attacking with a spoon.
Maybe she is
not
saving
sure about
her
the
spells. So this brings us to Matt.
I want to do what Jayson said to do instead of the Spare the Dying.
Okay. You should be able to cast this from your sheet.
Yeah, Cure Wounds or whatever it is.
I'm gonna pop into your sheet real quick to double check it and see if I can give you a hand here.
Yeah, I don't have spells on my sheet, so I don't know where to look.
At home, that we have players from all different levels of experience. That's why we take a little bit extra time to explain things to newer players and to you guys, because some of you may also be new to D&D. So, just something that we do.
Do I put all these spells in my list? Like, do I have all these spells?
Right now, you've got False Life, Ray of Sickness, and Spare the Dying. It seems to me as if you never put any of your spells onto your sheet. Or you just don't have a cure spell.
They can. No, cures are. I believe cures are. You can swap for any of your spell slots. For the cure.
I have different ones. It says okay. There, I know there's a difference between learn and prepare. Should I put the prepare ones in here?
Yeah, prepared are the ones that you memorized.
Okay.
You're just like a wizard. You have to memorize your spells to use them.
But that's something we can work on between now and next session as well, kind of helping you figure it out in the long run. But for right now, we'll just do what we can do.
What is it?
Because he is the cleric of death, keep in mind.
I think it's healing word.
Yeah, healing word. Gives you like a D4 or something like that.
Yeah, it does. Okay. There we go.
All right, so you'll cast the spell from the when you put it on there.
All right.
Because I have your list of known spells as well. Like you have, yeah. It's because you didn't prepare your spell list for the day. That's what it is. We can actually do this right now, real quick. It's not a problem.
I think I just did it.
You prepared all of your spells?
Yeah. I can't select anymore.
Okay. They're not showing up for me on here for you.
I have 7 now.
Let me reload real quick because maybe that's the problem.
Are they on your character sheet now?
Yeah.
Okay, go to the healing word, and there should be like a.
Okay, I see it.
A dice thing. Click on it.
It just says cast.
Yeah, hit cast.
Cast.
Yeah, so you got to prepare your spells every day, but now you know. And yeah.
Well, anytime you take a long rest, basically.
Oh yeah, and you can change out which ones you have.
I think I just cast it.
Did it? I don't see anything on here.
Okay.
There it is.
4.
4.
So you were at 4 points of damage, or 4 health. Yeah. You're down. You're on the ground, but you're conscious now. You have a little bit of life left.
Oh, another thing with the death saves, those stack. So if she goes down again in this fight, she's at whatever. She's at 1+, 1-, whatever.
Yeah, I've got that listed in my little document. I bring up Google Docs so I can help keep track of like what you guys have killed. You know, it's a little easier for me to take notes as we go than try and remember at the end.
Oh no, I was explaining that to the audience. I know you know.
Okay.
I think I'm going to use this next round.
All right, so that brings us to Jenny. Actually, no, I'm dumb. To Michelle in the trees, and Michelle goes first. Well, the tree, singular. Remember, you got a bonfire over there going for no reason now.
Well, wouldn't that have gone away when I went down?
Yeah, actually, probably. Yeah, I would have.
Yeah,
Okay.
should have lost concentration.
Good call.
I am casting Cure Wounds on myself.
Also, probably smart. Okay. Give yourself 6 back.
Yeah.
Your surviving tree. It sees Jayson as a bigger threat because Jenny has not yet landed a spoon, so it's firmly paying attention to Jayson at this point, and it is going to be rolling at disadvantage. Give me a second here. The smallers does a 14 hit you?
Well, it evens out because I did reckless attack on it. So if it gets disadvantage, then it would just be a normal roll for it.
Oh, that's going to be a 17 then.
That'll hit.
Okay.
You want to hand me the bowl?
If you wait a minute, yeah. So that's actually going to be 13 damage to you. Slam attack. And that will bring us to Jenny.
Okay. Well, since I figured out now how to prepare my spells,
You're fine.
I cast fairy fire at it.
Fairy fire is a little bit different from regular fire. One thing you want to make sure you're doing is also reading the spell's description. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Fire, I don't think damages.
Yeah, I don't believe fairy fire does damage.
No, it wreathes it in
Okay.
a flame and it can't turn invisible
Yeah,
Okay.
or hide.
and in this case, it's morning and it's a tree. It's
I
not going to hide from you.
think, but I think everybody who is attacking it gets advantage
Yes, everybody that's attacking it gets advantage, 100%.
because, well, that's a fairy fire thing too.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it is.
So
a
if it
thing.
was just me attacking it, I would still retain advantage without reckless attack or anything like that because of the fairy fire. So it's a good buff spell for if somebody's going one-on-one with something.
Yeah.
Well,
Since I
buff,
can't
debuff.
hit anything, I guess it does seem like it's kind of helpful.
Yeah, because you would have it if you swing your spoon next round. You would have an advantage. It applies to you as well.
Yeah.
Any ally, it does include yourself. You're an ally. I would hope you're an ally of yourself at least.
I hope so.
Time will tell. All right. That's going to bring us back to the top with Jayson.
All right, so I don't need to reckless this time then because it's fairy fired.
Yep.
So I will just roll to smack it. Attacks. All right. 17 for the first roll. Yeah, for 17.
Yep, it'll hit.
All right.
You had me at 17.
And then I do 16 damage.
That's a big hit.
Yeah, I'm the barbarian. It's what I do.
Yep. This thing is looking again. It's starting to look a little bit rough around the bark, man. Matt,
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but
you're wrong.
necrotic damage on a tree would not really help that much, right?
I mean, a tree's a living thing.
It would still do damage. Like, so if you did whatever, if it said you do 1d4 necrotic damage, you would still do damage to it.
Okay.
Would you like to use an Ask the DM, considering you're still a young player?
Yeah.
I would advise in your specific current engagement with this being the first encounter of this adventure, before you even go into this mysterious building, you're likely to want to save your spells a little bit right now, because you hit pretty. I mean, you're a cleric. You're also built to tear things up.
Yeah.
And you've gotten some really good hits with that warhammer. So your DM would recommend for you to smash this thing.
Back to the smashing.
Again, you don't have to use my recommendations, and I'll stop giving them after level 5. But
Oh no, that sounds like a good deal.
Yeah. Now, just remember with your spells, your cantrips, anything you have as a cantrip, those can be cast at will at all times. Those don't cost spell slots. It's your level 1s and above that you have limited casts on.
yeah, that you'll have to rest to get the spells back, and etc.
Yep.
Okay.
And remember, again, every time you rest, you can prepare different spells. So.
All right. 16.
And you have advantage, so roll one more time. Just in case, you get a crit or something.
Lamb.
The 16 isn't enough to hit, so you're definitely hitting it.
9.
9 damage, okay. Ooh. All right, that is going to bring us over to Michelle, because you go before the tree goes.
Alrighty.
I am going to start a bonfire under that tree.
All right, let me do his dex save, and he's at disadvantage. Buttons are fun. Oh, he failed.
Oh, he failed?
He failed.
He failed. Haha.
Do your damage, please.
7.
It's gone. So they're vulnerable to fire. It's a tree. They take double damage.
From fire, yeah.
Yeah, this might have gone up in a bigger blaze than the other tree with a lot of shrieking and creaking, and again, like time speeds up for a moment, and the tree is left in a pile of ashes and charred little pieces of wood.
All right, Raz, I have to do it. I put the sword over my shoulder, and I look around, and I say, "All right, listen up, you primitive fucks. This here," pointing at Fever, "is my boomstick."
Nice.
And she produces a flame in her hand and just starts juggling it between both hands.
You hear wailing sounds from different points in the distance, presumably from other trees that are also alive. Not all the trees, just some here and there.
We have a strict policy of fuck around and find out. So don't fuck with us, we won't fuck with you. And we start walking towards the...
Welcome to Camp Fuck Around. I'm Counselor Find Out. Any questions?
We start heading towards the brewery.
All right. Give me a second here. So it's about another 5-minute walk. You guys don't have any other trees try and kill you or japan you or smack you in the face and John Judah duels. So you're good on that front. As you get up closer to the tower/distillery, this thing is in even more disrepair as you get closer to it. I mean, the bricks everything's just old and it's not been touched. It's not been upkept. So there's vines and vegetation growing on the building itself. It looks derelict. And you have to imagine, like, with how good the stonework is, that you can still clearly tell, like, if this place was really cleaned up, man, like, just really taken care of again, it would be beautiful again. And it'd be work, but I mean, it could be made beautiful again. You notice the only way in is there's a big front entrance, like I said, right on the tower part. I'm not gonna make you guys wander around unless you really want to. If you want to wander around the outside of the building, I'll allow you to. Otherwise, like I said, obvious main entrance here.
I'm going to the door and getting in front of it before Matt can smack it with its hammer in case it's locked.
Wow.
I think I'm going to do a perception check.
Give me a second. Let me finish my description. You guys, as you're at the entrance, you notice like there are beautiful stained glass windows around the tower itself. But they've all been either cracked or shattered in different degrees. But I mean, this was absolutely amazing. At the very top of the tower, there are 3 statues. From what you can tell from the distance all the way down here, they look to be gargoyle statues. Again, beautiful, absolutely beautiful stonework. And that's where you're at there. Go ahead and roll your perception.
Whoa, no.
And there's trees in a building.
Sweet.
And some grass.
You're so perspective. Why don't you go ahead and touch grass, my friend?
Yeah.
Kick some rocks, touch some grass, whatever it is you kids do these days.
Is the door
feel
locked?
Accomplished. No, it's actually not locked at all.
You guys ready to go in?
Should we knock on it?
There is a big knocker outside, like attached to the door.
Yes, let's announce our presence to the evil being that had creatures attack us on our way up here.
Hey, we're gonna sweep the floor with it anyways.
They said it was some kind of rabbit.
Good, I like rabbit stew. Let's go.
Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit.
Kill the rabbit. All right.
Cut this fucking head off.
Yeah.
Is it a push or a pull door?
It is a push.
I kick that fucker in.
You kick that fucker in. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
All right.
I want to see how far you kick this fucking door in.
Send it off its hinges.
19.
19. Yeah, you knock it right out. One of the doors is right off the hinges.
Honey.
Who needs a knocker to introduce yourself?
Yeah. He wanted to knock. I look over and said, "You did want to knock."
No, that's true.
All right. So once inside, seems to be obviously the ground floor of the building. You do see a stairwell forwarded to your left. It is an open floor plan, completely open floor plan. And each floor, this floor it's like a circular floor, basically. It spans 40 by 40 feet, and it's 15 feet tall. There's like I said, there's winding staircase that takes you, up and down. Otherwise, it's a lot of distillery machinery, just in different states of sitting around and doing nothing. Give me one moment here. It looks like the standard entryway itself is a 20-foot. No, okay, my bad. This floor is a 20-foot vaulted ceilings on this particular level. There's 3 paintings hanging on the walls. One shows an old yet handsome human male in the center. To the left, you see a painting of an elegant, elvish-looking woman holding a goblet. To the right is a painting of the distillery as it once looked, which is absolutely gorgeous. The stone facade is smooth and untarnished. The stained glass windows all depict humans drinking ale. Now that you see what it looks like in the pictures, you kind of look at the windows and you can see, how awesome that would be. And that's what you see right now. Oh, also, actually, no, that's it. That's it for this floor. That's the ground floor, yeah.
Perception check for Barbarian, the movie.
Huh?
The movie Barbarian. It's a horror film. It's brilliant, and yeah, you should definitely check. Do your perceptions.
Okay, hold on.
20.
11.
13.
They just went into production officially, like actual filming of Spinal Tap 2.
Oh, wow.
Calypso 15, Rodney 13. All right, the only person that really notices much, actually Calypso and Reiko notice it. As you guys are kind of just like all looking around, like wandering around the floor and stuff, right about the same time, you guys notice the bewildered beast is spitting. No, you notice that the portrait of the elvish-looking woman holding the goblet, is slightly out of place.
Oh shit! This is definitely some Barbarian shit.
The picture is out of place. I wonder why.
I'm gonna go fix it.
You go to fix it and you realize there's something behind it. There seems to be like some kind of little alcove behind it.
This is what I was afraid of. All right, I'm gonna take the picture off the wall and see what's going on behind it.
It's a little like shelf built into the wall, and in it is the actual goblet that she's holding in the painting.
Oh, okay.
It is a bronze goblet.
Will this be useful to me, or can somebody else in the party use it better?
You're not sure what it's there for.
Yeah, you gotta identify it first.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay, there. You have a bronze goblet. It seems like an absolutely normal bronze goblet.
I'm gonna investigate it.
On it is like an imprint from the actual distillery. That's it. Like the business. That's all it is.
Is it glowing or anything?
You would have to detect magic to know if it was magic, if that's what you're asking. Or someone would.
What do I roll?
It's a spell.
Oh, it's a spell.
It's just called detect magic.
Yeah, I have it prepared, but I don't want to waste another spell slot right now.
Wait a minute. Detect magic not a cantrip?
No, it is not a cantrip anymore. It's a first level.
Yeah.
Okay, I cast detect magic.
Okay. It is not magic. But when you cast detect magic, you see a slight glow coming behind the portrait of the human male.
Ah.
I remove the portrait.
And there appears to be a wand on a similar alcove behind it.
Okay.
And it is, Jenny can tell you, is very magic.
I pick up the wand and hand it to the gnome that's probably on my shoulder. Still.
I reach down and grab it, and words escape me. The thing where I look at it very closely to see what's going on.
That would be spellcraft, I think. Arcana, not spellcraft. I'm sorry.
Yep, Arcana.
Arcana. I don't have.
It's a knowledge.
It's a spell. Oh no, it's a skill. Sorry.
Okay. I don't know.
Actually, no. It's just it's just a regular skill.
Yeah,
Arcana.
it's a skill.
Okay. Okay. So I just roll Arcana?
Yep.
Okay. 18?
You've seen these before. This particular wand is a wand. Wait a minute. That's not what you thought it might be. At first, you thought it was a wand of darkness, but a wand of drunkenness? Interesting.
Oh shit.
You've never seen this before. You're not exactly sure what to make of it, but it is a wand of drunkenness. And if you had to gather from what you're seeing, as you're kind of like moving your hands around and thinking something only you can see that you're doing right now, you're pretty sure using this on someone would make them feel drunk.
Interesting.
It gives them all the effects of being intoxicated without the hangover or actually, drinking alcohol. And it is fully charged.
Interesting.
Did you say there was another portrait?
There's one of the distillery itself.
I relay what I believe to my buddies.
I'm gonna have to use that later.
Very.
I think we
Okay,
should
guys.
probably. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, guys, do we want to continue looking around or do we want to try another floor?
What is our exit situations? Is it just stairs or is there a doorway as well?
Your exit that you just the entrance you just came in, you can leave the building, or there's a winding staircase that goes up or down.
It goes down?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what the fuck's in the basement because that's always the greatest idea.
Yep.
I want to check behind the last portrait though.
Go ahead. It's just regular wall. There's no alcoves or anything there. But good, good idea to check. After walking down, the weird stairway, it's definitely a basement situation. There is a small, narrow hallway that leads you to a large stone door. On the stone door, there's a shelf carved into the center of it with text written below. Unfortunately, none of you speak Sylvan.
Oh shit.
The door itself does have a lock and a handle, but the large center part where the shelf is carved in the center of it, each of the carvings seem to be an indentation for a goblet.
Put the goblet on the shelf.
Yep.
There's a space for 3 different goblets.
All right,
Oh,
so we
there's
probably
2 more.
We gotta go find 2 more. All right, so we'll remember to come back to the basement when we have 2 more goblets. All right, so we start heading upstairs, I guess.
Okay. You guys make it back to the ground floor.
Go up to the next floor.
So the first floor. Inside the first floor is this is where you get to the 15 feet high buildings, or ceilings. There's plush chairs gathered into groups and a cozy sitting room. Each is lined with a deep red and green velvet. Golden side tables sit beside many of the chairs, and a decorative rug rests beneath them. A thick layer of dust covers everything.
Is it just traditional walls, or are there bookcases? What's around the
Nothing.
chairs?
Just stone walls.
Okay. Huh. Anything on the tables?
Nothing that you can see.
Okay.
Everything is just out in the open. There's no hint, like as far as like items go, there's no closets or things to look inside. It's just the chairs lined like in different little like groupings.
Okay.
So there's like 4 different sitting areas in here. It's just like a break room basically.
All right. Well, I guess anybody want to check around, or should we head up? It doesn't look like there's anything here.
I think we should probably just go ahead. Go on.
Floor 2.
All right, the second floor. A long, ornate table is set into the center of the room. The table is fully set with fine dishes, silverware, and goblets. Above hangs what is left of an ornate chandelier from its vaulted ceiling. While nothing is damaged on the table, a thick layer of dust and cobwebs have settled in.
How many goblets did you say there were?
There's a
I
bunch
don't-
of different ones, but if you'd like to make a perception check
Okay.
or investigation, if you prefer,
Perception would be better.
okay, that's fine.
I thought it was 6.
There's dishes, buddy.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at each in the individual cups and see if they have one of those similar markings.
Perception or investigation.
14.
One of these things is not like the other, but damned if you can figure out what. Would anyone else like to make one? A roll.
Yeah, Fever's going to take a long hit of her pipe and see that these two can't figure it out, and she's going to try it herself.
Because all the goblets have the same market, from the distillery.
Nope, 11.
Yep. Jenny, would you like to give it a shot?
Here we go.
No.
7.
You guys all can feel it. What you're looking for is here in front of you. It is right fucking here, somewhere in front of you. You're sure of it. It's killing you, and you just cannot figure it the fuck out.
Okay. I'm going to.
Another one?
I'm gonna do the barbarian thing and rage and break. No, I'm kidding.
That's what I was thinking that thing too, man.
Now, there's something you can do with skills in D&D. You can actually work together and help each other with one single goal with certain skills. And a situation like this with investigation, one of you could indeed give your bonus to another player searching. Combining your skill, basically.
I thought I just gave him an advantage.
Yeah, you can do it either way you want it. Advantage is fine too. Honestly, see, I'm also thinking 3.5 still because that's what my brain always goes to. But yeah, you're right. You can give another player advantage. That's probably gonna be the smartest way to do it. So that's an option, and this is something you guys are all learning together.
My perception's a +5 if anybody wants to give me the advantage.
Either perception or investigation, either which one you guys think would be most beneficial to you right now.
Perception has not worked, so we must try investigation, and I have a +4.
I have a +0.
Does anybody have a bigger investigation than I do?
I have a +3, so I could give you advantage.
Okay.
All right. That means go ahead and roll your investigation check twice, Jenny.
Let's see if we're...
Oh,
24.
a nat 20. You're like, oh my God. Yeah, I just need a little help. There it clearly is. It's different because other than your traditional, ironwork goblets and things like that, this one is gold. It is a gold goblet with the imprint on it, and it's exactly what you're looking for.
2 down, 1 to go. We got a bronze, we got a gold. I'm guessing the next one's going to be silver. Or copper. Or adamantite. I don't know. Let's go.
Wait. Are those for the lockdown stairs, or can we just pick the lock?
There's no, there was a lock, but there's also a text you guys couldn't even read. So you're all just guessing, and it's very confusing to you right now.
Rule of tower. If there is something where you put something in there in front of a door, you put something in the door. Or probably death traps go off. All right, up to the next floor then.
All right. You guys go back to the staircase and you go up. In this room, is an office. It's clearly the office for the whole distillery. There are 8 different desks spread out with little workspaces. That's what you see as you come up the steps.
You start
Do they
searching.
have drawers?
Yeah, I'm gonna start searching through the desks.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do initiative.
Oh, fuck.
No, he could be just doing this to see what order we go in when we're searching. All right, I got a 13.
7.
13.
15.
1 second here. All right, as you guys start to go, Jayson gets to this first desk, and it turns into a mimic, which is why I had you guys roll initiative.
Knew it.
We must befriend and convince it to come to our home.
Come home with us.
Well, you go first, so I think unless the mimic goes before us.
It does not. It goes last.
All right.
Come home with us. What skill do I use?
Diplomacy, probably. Yeah, persuasion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either persuasion, deception, or intimidation. Would it be?
Yeah, diplomacy was, I think better, but it got wrapped into.
Yeah, it got wrapped into one. They made all the skills very generic.
Yeah. That's the only one of the only things I really don't like about 5e is how generic some of the shit is. But yeah, persuasion is probably what you're gonna want to use, unless you're trying to intimidate it or deceive it.
I mean, they're both about the same bonuses, so.
Well, but the intent behind it is different.
Yes, very different.
With persuading it, you're just trying to talk to it about how it should come with you guys.
Hey, we got a friendly house that kills people. You could be next to it, maybe live inside of it. Y'all could be good friends.
The House of Mimics. The Mimic House of Mimics.
14.
Okay, its tongue's lolling around a little bit. It seems like it's listening. It's hearing, trying to hear you out. Jayson and Jenny, you guys are both next. It just depends on which one of you has the bigger dex score.
16 is my dex.
Dex is 13.
All right, so it is going to be Jayson.
I tap on Giuseppe. I was like, hey, talk to this guy. Tell him all the greatness that is Riverdale.
And are you like turning your back so it can?
Yes.
Okay, the mimics seem now locked in a conversation. They're both slobbering their tongues, just blah, 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 yeah. Like you guys can't even begin to hope to ever understand. And
They speak primordial, right?
Yeah, they do speak primordial.
Hold on.
Do you have primordial?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, you can understand them actually. So these guys, man, there's this village. The guy that's wearing me just totally saved my life and got me back into the world so I can see the world. And he makes me feel like a person, like I matter. And then there's Antonio. He's the biggest one of us I've ever seen. He's a whole house. And he loves it. They feed him. Listen, this is a good setup here. And I really think that if you would just, do you want to live in a fucking derelict distillery and see no one ever except the occasional meal? How long has it been since you ate? Yeah, like 8 years, man. I'm bored as fuck, if we're being honest. All right, so what's the downside? But how am I going to get there? I'm kind of a desk right now. Oh, don't worry about it, man. Listen, they got cool magic items. I think the one that's obsessed with fire has this big chest. I think maybe one of them has one of those bags of holding. We can figure this out. And he's just like,
Did you give it the Beetlejuice voice?
Yeah, he did.
It's not quite this. Trust me, Beetlejuice has got more effort in it than this. I assure you. All right, man. So, if you guys can get me there, I'm game. We'll do this. And
let's go.
It sounds like fun. They're talking in primordial, people. You can't understand primordial.
Yeah, I know, but I'm celebrating out of character.
There's some nods, and
You see Fever just like getting really excited.
Giuseppe, you Jayson, in your brain, you hear, okay, he's willing to go, but how are we going to transport him there?
All right, who's got the stuff of holdings?
I think it was Dell.
I have the cottage.
No, Dell had a Heward's hand haversack, which is not the same as a bag of holding.
You have the cottage, right? So why don't you just expand the cottage? We'll store it in the cottage, and then when we come back, we'll take it out of the cottage.
So the cottage, you can open this. There's a big enough space here for you. Actually, no, there's not. You guys would destroy the tower if you tried to open it in here.
Oh.
But what you can do is carry the desk outside and open it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
So here's the thing with the cottage. What it does, let me bring it up so you guys know.
It's the chest.
Because this is really the cottage chest. So it is a 1 foot long chest that looks like a replica of a woodland cottage, and it's magically locked. So let me see.
Does it open extra dimensional space that turns into a cottage?
Shit. Is a mimic considered a fiend?
No.
Okay. All right.
A beast,
is it considered fey?
No.
Okay, good. Then it can enter there. Yeah, I just have to take it outside and let it sit outside, and then put it in the cottage. And
it would be safe inside the cottage, even when it's a chest. No problem, and it can breathe and all that, so it would be fine.
Yeah, and then we could probably take the chest back to the carriage when we're done.
Yeah. So before you guys can really figure that out, though, what's left of the windows gets shattered as those 3 gargoyle statues you saw on the roof.
Son of a bitch.
Pop in.
Oh fuck.
And they're going to automatically go last in this round. And also, the Mimic is not happy about this because it had a way out of here and these guys are ruining it. So there's a good chance you might get some help.
All right.
Hey,
well,
he's on our side.
Seeing I haven't gone yet, I won't want to attack, but I would like to rage.
All right, you can. I'll let you get off the rage, no problem.
All right, and then you can go on to whoever was after me.
Which would have been Jenny. So it seems like the Mimic is no longer a problem, but the 3 gargoyles are definitely a problem.
But how close are we to the gargoyles?
Oh, they're right up on you guys. They busted through what was left of those windows, and they're kind of they're right up on you guys. You could definitely hit one, for example.
Okay, so black.
Okay.
19.
Give me 1 second here. I have to look something up real quick. I try to make this quick as I can.
Do we still get advantage since there's 4 of us? Or technically 5?
Advantage is because you guys were all attacking the same one.
Oh, okay.
2 or more people have to be attacking the same thing.
That makes sense.
Typically, yeah. And there's some things you can't get advantage on too, so that's a whole issue. All right, I got the gargoyles up, and it looks like you did hit gargoyle number 1. You actually landed a hit on a gargoyle.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so do that damage. That was a solid hit with that spoon too.
Okay.
3 damage to gargoyle. Any damage is damage, you know what I'm saying?
3.
Hey, you actually scored a 4.
Yes.
Thwap.
And that is going to put us at Michelle.
So Fever's smart enough to know that these are gargoyles, and she knows what a gargoyle looks like. Hold on, I should probably end myself.
she knows what a gargoyle looks like. She knows they're made of stone. She knows that fire probably isn't going to hurt them as much. So she is going to use her handy dandy scimitar that she has around. Actually, wait a minute. No, I forgot I had this. Oh, do I want to play with this or not? She's going to pull a bean out and throw it.
Go really well or really.
You should unmute yourself.
This could go really well or really not well. So let's look at your bag of beans. Let's talk about this here bag of beans.
So
Tell us more.
This bag of beans is a full bag of beans, and we got 13 because I got the full bag plus 1 because Lupton likes us. And so if I dump all the bag's contents out, it explodes. I'm not doing that. I'm just grabbing one bean and throwing it. And depending on what I roll on a D100, there's things that can happen. Crazy things can happen.
Yeah, including a pyramid.
You're muted.
Including a 60-foot pyramid popping out, exploding out of the building with a mummy lord. So full of treasure, but still you'd have to fight a mummy lord. So lots of things can happen here. So go ahead.
Uh-oh.
And this is not a common sense situation because you've played with for long enough to not need a common sense ruling and know exactly what this does. So.
This doesn't have. She never uses common sense even when she had the common sense rule.
I know.
That's true.
It's so much fun playing a stoner character.
Let's see what happens.
I'm chaotic, but dear Lord.
Oh shit!
What'd you roll?
I rolled 100.
Oh no.
So, a giant beanstalk comes into existence. And somehow the floor supports its weight because it's magic. But it tears through the gargoyles and kind of entwines them, and they no longer are a problem, sure. But now you've got a giant beanstalk that just grew through the top of the distillery up into the heavens somewhere, and you have no idea where the fuck it goes. Or anything.
Let's jack this bitch up.
I go up to the next floor.
There is no next floor. This is the top floor of the distillery.
Oh, this was the top floor? All right. I look around for the cup.
Oh, there's no. I mean, you find nothing. Everything's destroyed here. You find nothing though. Like it seems like there was never a goblet of any kind up here. So that means you probably missed it somewhere. But this is something that you guys will inevitably have to deal with. It doesn't have to be right the second, but
we can deal with it after let's deal with one thing at a time.
Yeah.
We'll deal with the distillery first, and then we can go climb the beanstalk. All right, we'll go back down to the chairs and the tables room because we really didn't. We just kind of skipped that one.
All right. I have to count these as the gargoyles as encounters. So you guys didn't quite fight them, but they do count for encounter experience with nothing else.
No.
You're welcome.
Note. I don't know if you want to say you're welcome to everybody yet because you don't know where the fuck that goes. That could be really bad.
Yeah, as a fucking storm giant scaling down the stalk because it's pissed because its home got invaded.
More likely to be a cloud giant, but yeah.
Cloud or storm.
Hey, I still speak giant though.
You do, which could very much come into handy for you at this point.
Well, it also says it could be a different plane of existence as well. It might not be a giant
wherever I choose.
castle or different plane of existence. So
all right, so I'm going to start thoroughly searching the table and chairs room.
You don't even have to be thorough because once you guys get to that floor, the gold and the bronze goblets glow a little bit, and suddenly a silver goblet appears on the table nearest you when you walk down.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, you had to have both of those goblets for this goblet to magically appear.
Okay, so we grab it and go back to the basement.
Back to the basement. You're at the basement with that thing you can't read, and the the thing in the middle of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And there's of course a lock and a handle.
All right, we'll place bronze, silver, gold cups.
In that order, bronze, silver, gold?
Yes.
Nothing happens.
Gold, silver, bronze?
Nothing happens.
Silver, bronze, gold?
And click, click, click. Everything goes into place. It now seems as if the goblets are stuck in place, which, you
open the door.
Keep them as souvenirs, but yeah. The door unlocks itself and opens.
Oh, okay. The door opens.
And the lock and the handle disappears because apparently they were illusions.
I look back to the Goliath and I said, like I said, always collect and put them in.
As the door opens, the basement itself has no light. Players without dark vision will need a source of light to see from this point forward.
Do I have dark vision?
Do I? I probably don't.
Some of you might have dark vision.
Yes, 60 feet.
So 2 of you at least have dark vision, but that doesn't mean everybody does. So you need a light source.
Well, I'm in front anyway, so I mean,
I can pop a produce flame in my hand and use it as a light source if anybody needs it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
Okay.
Please.
There are also spells like light. There are some cantrips, I think, that do light as well.
I think light is a cantrip.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was. So because we're still learning and preparing spells and stuff, I'm just going to say that the 2 of you can do a light cantrip. Just to make things for this, session a little easier while we're learning things together.
Or they can use torches, because that's in the adventuring kits.
That as well. You guys do also have torches. So it's up to you.
Well, I have dark vision up to 60.
Yeah, I'm walking down.
What, Jenny?
I have dark vision.
Oh, you do have dark. Oh, that's right. You're a gnome. So only the Goliath is the only one that can't see.
All right, I'll pull a torch out.
Okay, Goliath has got a torch. You guys are good. Everyone can see enough now. Now you see another set of winding stairs. Presumably going downwards.
Oh, we start going down. I will carefully make my way down and check the stairs for like traps and shit.
Okay, I'll let you know if there's a reason for you to make a roll since you are actively telling me you're paying attention.
Okay.
And that is important, people. Always let a DM know if you're actively like paying attention when you're going somewhere because it could fuck you. At the bottom, about 50 stairs down. I'm sorry, Jenny.
I am trying to figure out what's in front of us as we go down as well.
Okay, not a problem. Michelle needs to take a quick break, a small short break. Does anybody else need to take like a quick bathroom break or anything? Because we're probably in the end stretch of our session.
Please.
All right. I can run ads again because why not? I'll handle them this time. So we're going to take a quick 2-minute break, ladies and gentlemen, and watch our lovely ads again because they're worth watching more than once.
Nature calls.
Indeed. Play them in a different order this time for fun.
Greetings and shabibans. We are the Retro Redoctopus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Yeah, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite seems trying to say is that on Retro Redoctopus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh.
And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Dorking Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Redoctopus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
And here's a sneak peek for tomorrow evening.
There's a secret sound hidden deep within the center of the earth. Until you listen closely enough, you can hear it. And it sounds like razors through flesh. We are merely here to turn up the volume.
We definitely have Chainer's Haunted Secrets coming up tomorrow, only our second episode. I'm very excited about that. We've been having a lot of fun with that show, man.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So I know I'm still waiting for Michelle to return from the other world, meaning up the stairs. Oh, and she's descending now, so we can. She can hear me, so we can go ahead and get back started again. She can hear me where she's at. So you guys go down exactly 50 steps. Oh, are we waiting for Jayson and Matt still?
Yes.
We might still be actually waiting for both of them.
I'm here.
Okay, so we're waiting for Matt now. Okay. Because he definitely can't hear me.
I'm back, sir.
Okay, there we go. Those of you that were paying attention, you notice that you walked down exactly 50 steps. When you get to the bottom, you're going to be walking down another hallway. As you walk down this hallway, you're going to get to a large chamber. Now, this chamber is twice the size of the rest of the distillery floors. It's 60 by 120 feet. It contains 8 large brew kettles, 4 on each side. And, the first floor, it had some interesting stuff, but like this floor is like really where it seems like the majority.
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah. It's the middle of the room that matters, because in the middle of the room stands a rabbit. And we're talking like a human-rabbit hybrid kind of situation. You would have to guess female in nature based on the clothing, dress, and, the very rabbit fur-covered breasts. That's a dead giveaway. When you enter, she turns and smiles to you. She has cat-like green eyes, sharp features, and very long hair for a rabbit. It's kind of hard to tell whether the hair is white or like a light gray, but it's somewhere in that realm. The hair, though, is definitely white, like long, like shoulder length white hair for a rabbit. Like hair on the top of the head. It's a very weird, confusing situation. There's something otherworldly about her, just the vibe she kind of gives off, because she is a rabbit that's walking in, very human nature, but nothing specifically suggests that she's otherworldly.
Is her name Vanny?
No, I mean, you don't know what her name is because you guys haven't spoke to her. She says, welcome. What can I do for the 4 of you?
You can stop turning the people of the town into trees and animals, for one.
Ah, well, you definitely came through quicker than the last bunch of people 5 years ago. So I have to believe that you're all worthy of my presence.
Worthy of your presence.
I have a bag of beans calling your name, lady. So just
more of the beans.
I'm very aware of your beans, and thank you for the building improvement. Perhaps I'm interested to see where that can lead to. I'm always interested in adventures in other worlds.
You know what happens if that whole bag gets pulled out, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what happens. I probably know more about it than all of you combined.
Can we stop threatening with the beans, please? Dear God. Gnome, please. Gnome friend, please shine some wisdom on this situation. Because I really don't want to get mad again. Start to get tired.
Hello, lovely lady.
Hello.
I was wondering why you are turning the village into animals of many types.
It's amusing. there's not a lot to do where I come from except for to prank one another and enjoy our time. And when I took possession of this place 15 years ago, um, it just seemed like the thing to do.
Have you only been doing that here or other towns?
Oh, many realms. I come from the Feywilds. For those of you not familiar, apparently it's just sort of what we do. We find ways to amuse ourselves because when you live as old as to be as old as many of us are, um, the basic things in life sort of lose their luster along the way.
Isn't there something else that you could be doing?
I could be having lots of fun anywhere. Really? Sure. I just happen to be having it here right now.
Do you ever turn them back and into their original forms and then randomly turn them into different animals?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, we call that Wednesday.
I'm getting bored.
I mean, listen, I've done a lot of great and terrible things in this world and many realms. And I'm just at the point where don't you think I deserve I feel like I deserve to relax and just enjoy myself for a while sometimes. And that's all I'm doing here. I'm not actually harming anyone.
Well, what have you done in other realms?
Oh, my friend, you do not have long enough on this earth to hear all of my tales, I assure you.
You're turning people into other creatures against their will. That inherently is wrong.
It was against their will at first, but you'll find through conversations with many of them that they much prefer their current lifestyles to the hardships and toils of, mortal life. They went for nothing in these woods. They're provided everything they could possibly need. They seem rather happy.
Which one was more effective? The people that didn't know that they could change back, or people that did know that they?
I mean, technically, they can all be changed back. Certainly, if they choose to, I could turn them back. I've never, beyond the first year, none of them have made the request.
Have you accepted the requested?
3 have officially wanted to return to their mortal forms, and I did allow it and return them to their homes. And the condition I found them in, to be specific.
So they can ask in the form they are in, and you say beyond the first year, so you make them wait a year, or
No,
right when they ask?
Within the first year, 3 of them had made the request, and I, graciously returned them to their forms. It just no one's asked since then, and they're all still around, like nearby in the woods. We converse often, and I thought they might be lonely, and we began the festival once again this year to find them some friends and expand the forest and our family.
Is there any way that I can talk to the group without the bunny knowing?
How big? Out of character. How big was the city that we went through before?
I mean, it's the town that Mohawk's in. The original. It's like a small
starter town.
Yeah, it's just a starter town.
Okay.
I haven't actually done anything wrong, technically. It began as just a simple prank of turning people into animals, and they chose to follow me, and those that made the request, I returned, and those that were happy, I gave them a home.
I'm still getting Loki vibes.
So I would extend the same option to any of you. If you would like to become an animal of your choosing and join our harem, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to force it on you or force anything on you today.
I'm good,
but
thanks.
You have made it here, so I feel like, if you should choose to, I will oblige.
Could you even turn... No, because we want our mimic friend. But would it still be a mimic if it was an animal?
No, don't mess with the mimics. Leave the mimics alone.
No.
I myself tend to leave the mimics as they are.
As you should.
I would not gain myself to change the foundation of a mimic, because what they are is very magical to this world.
They are noble creatures, and they need to be left alone.
Indeed. I would agree.
Yeah.
It was a hypothetical question.
Got a deal for you.
Sure, I'm always interested in deals.
We own a town.
Okay.
And it seems the people around here have issues with being turned into animals, the townsfolk. So how about we invite you to our town? You could set up shop and do your mystical show, and then we'll feed you people occasionally to add to your family. Because we already have a house mimic that we feed criminals to.
Give me a moment to think. Let me convene my council. And she reaches up, and she just kind of snaps her fingers 3 times, and a small woodland portal opens. And you see ochre jellies start to come up out of the all the big brewery, pots. And she goes, "No, not now. They might be friends. Calm down." And the ochre jellies just kind of slurp their way back into their pots. She's like, "Sorry, that's my security measures in case someone would, come to try and attack us." So you see some lovely animals, and I want to give you guys. I got a picture here. Let me grab this picture here really quickly, because it's a fun picture, and I feel like no peeking.
I already saw it.
I'm surprised.
Give me a second. I have to save the image.
I'm surprised she didn't have a problem with me patting her on the head in the chat.
One moment. These are my friends, the woodland critters. And I'm uploading a picture to show you guys who the woodland critters are. Just give me a moment. It takes me a moment. I'm going to upload it. The woodland critters.
Oh, fuck.
With people like Barry the Bear. These are dear friends of mine for a long time, ever since
I slowly put my sword back in its sheath.
This is a South Park reference for those of you that don't know South Park, the Woodland Critter Christmas episode.
Beaver just pulls out her pipe and just starts smoking it and offering it to all the woodland critters.
My dear friends, these kind people have offered us to move the distillery and have a real home where we don't have people barging in all the time and trying to attack us. Which one of you would like to speak for the group? Well, I would. I'm Barry Bear. And that sounds lovely to me. I like it when kind people show up and offer kind things. We sure do like kindness around these parts. Exactly, Barry. And I feel like this might be in our best interest. Well, I sure do feel the same way. Why don't you get out of that ridiculous costume and we can have a serious conversation? You're right. I believe I'll do that. And a zipper appears on the bunny, and it's unzipped. And elven in nature. It turns out it was just a woman in a costume. And she's like, pardon me for the appearance. I like to feel closer to my friends sometimes. And I could change myself magically, but that gets exhausting, changing back and forth from a rabbit. And
so
most
you're
people,
furry.
She looks at her. No, I have regular skin.
Never mind.
To be honest, I fucking hate rabbits. And it just seems like this kind of year, people are really into rabbits, and people tend to trust rabbits, although, rabbits are known to be liars and deceivers in these parts. But I feel like I can trust you guys by showing you who I am. And all my friends here, that's right. And, Barry's my oldest friend. We've been together for a long time. We've been in many planes of existence before. And I think we're ready to accept this. I can move the whole distillery once we've all stepped outside with just a snap of my fingers. But we're gonna have a problem with this beanstalk because it's gonna come to, and I don't know where it goes.
What I was about to ask. What about the beanstalk? Will it stay here? Will it go with you?
Oh no, the beanstalk. I can't even remove that if I try. Not even with all my magic can I remove the beanstalk.
All right. Well, we'll put that on our to-do list because we got to go back to town anyway and feed Antonio.
Yeah.
There was a certain mayor that I was going to invite to a party. I think Antonio would really like to meet him.
Oh, Fam, the fat angry man.
Yes, you know him.
Yes, we know him quite a bit. He has often stood out in front of the gate and kicked the lock and thrown rocks at things, and he himself has probably busted some of our windows. We're not big fans of Fam.
Well, we're going to invite him to a party to meet Antonio. Antonio's the house mimic, by the way.
Oh, fantastic! I know. I absolutely love the mimics. We have a lovely one upstairs.
Yeah,
The
he's
desk.
already agreed to move. We spoke with him already.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic! And with a little bit of help, we might even be able to get this old distillery running again. Yeah, that's right. It would be great to have alcohol around here. Exactly, Barry. And all right, woodland creatures, assemble. Let's get this place ready to move. All right, I'm on it. And the woodland critters go through the portal. They disappear, and see if we can all just step outside.
We go backtrack. Blah blah blah. Step outside.
Start stepping outside.
And it's like a poltergeist moment where like all the woodland critters are outside. You guys are all just standing here staring at it like something. You're at the gates, and you don't remember walking the 10 minutes, but you're at the gate. And in the distance, the distillery just gets smaller and smaller, and just poofs out of existence. And she turns to you. She opens a portal. The woodland creatures go through it. She already knows. The word's gotten around, so she already knows exactly where your village is, as she explains to you. And when you guys get there, the distillery will be there, and the woodland critters are going to just start giving it a good scrub down and cleaning the place up. And your friend, the desk, will also be there for you. Seems like an easier way to transport him as well.
That is awesome.
So is there anything else you guys require from me before I also, head that way?
No, not really. Oh, give me your bunny costume. Do you mind if I take that?
Oh, she snaps her fingers and it appears.
I take the head of it. I cut it off the head. I dip it in some
She frowns, but she's not angry. She's just like,
I'm going to show it to the mayor as quote unquote proof that we dealt with the issue. I find like an animal that's already dead or something, and then just dip it in its blood like around the bottom of the costume.
Yeah.
And then that way they don't send anybody else to hunt you down.
You also notice that a lot of the trees have also disappeared.
I kind of figured that would
just happen. So you guys know, like you look around, there's definitely less trees than there were when you were out here last time.
Interesting.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you guys at the village. And she's
thank you.
She disappears.
Oh shit!
I'm starting to question your guys' alignments a little bit.
I told you my alignment was chaos.
I know. We'll see how things go.
I'm not inherently evil. Like I'll help people.
Yeah, I am also chaotic good too. So
you on the other hand you probably have you probably questioning some of the morals of our decision. So because you're still good.
Well, I mean, so far without taking out of character knowledge in character, you guys have no idea what woodland critters are, except for they're talking animals that seem rather sweet and intelligent. So you don't have a reason to believe that they're evil, murderous things yet.
That's very true.
Very fair. So yeah, you guys have now made friends with a very old fae who's just bored of life and having fun, an evil leprechaun, and evil woodland critters.
All right, so we go back to the town, and I'll make my way to the mayor's house and knock on his door.
Yep. By the time you guys get back, it's probably about. You might want to wait till the next day, unless you really want to barge in at like 3 a.m.
No,
you're
that's
welcome
fine.
to.
I didn't really,
yeah, we don't give a fuck about his time.
Well, I mean, that's fine. If you don't give a fuck about his time, I'm okay with it.
No, we'll wait till the next day because it'll make him easier to convince him to do what I'm about to convince him to do. So shh.
And it gives us a long rest and a chance for me to get all my hit points back.
Yes, long rest.
True.
Yes, you make sure you give you guys a long rest on your character sheet because you'll have the ability for a long rest on your way back.
Long rest.
You click that long rest button, it should replenish things.
Confirm. You have completed your long rest.
That also gives you spell.
All right. Now we go to the mayor's house.
Okay.
Knock on the door.
Okay. Someone answers it. A servant of some kind with a towel over his hand. Yes, how can I help you?
I'm here to speak with Mayor Pham.
Yes, Mayor Pham. Well, he is currently not here right now. He's preparing for the festival.
Well, we could tell him that there's not going to be a festival. So where is he?
Oh, well, he left 20 minutes ago to head down to the tavern to begin the festivities.
Oh, okay. We'll head that way.
Okay, and it's the Vulgar Unicorn, sir.
Okay.
In case you're new. Well, he's never met you, so he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Wow. Sorry, I just wanted to see that on the screen again. You go back to the Vulgar Unicorn and you hear an argument. As soon as you step in, well, it's mostly fat, angry man shouting things at Mafak with him just sitting there and pretending to care and rolling his eyes on occasion.
I thud the rabbit head in the middle between Mafak and the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, there's no more distillery. We took care of your problem.
Oh. Well.
And I'd like to invite you to a party to celebrate.
I can't say no. Will there be food at this party?
Of course, lots of food.
Lots of food?
A very large meal, you could say.
Yep.
I mean, that does sound fantastic, and it's good to know that we no longer have to worry about the festival. You having taken care of this, I'm sure you've seen why I've been so worried. Really didn't want the festival to come to town in the first place because the last time people disappeared, and I've been really nervous about it, but I was equally afraid that if we didn't just agree and do it, things would be worse.
Yeah, it'll be a great feast.
Okay, sure. When?
We'll wait for your arrival because it's in Riverdale. I'm the mayor of Riverdale. That's where we're going to hold the celebration.
Riverdale, okay. Okay, I know where that is.
And I give him the address to the mimic house.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. Well, let everybody know there's no festival so we can all take a deep breath and not be freaking out, and then I'll just immediately head over that way.
All right, we'll meet you there.
Sounds great. Then he leaves, and the fox like, okay, what did you guys do? I'm just curious because
is he? I make sure the mayor's gone.
Oh yeah, mayor's gone. When he waits, he watches the mayor leave. He's like, because let's be honest, you guys know how I felt about this whole situation. I didn't want to handle no fucking.
You still won't have to worry about the distillery. We did take care of that.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
I'm also going to let you know you're probably going to have to reelect a mayor.
No, I had a feeling. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of had a feeling. That's why I want to know what you guys did, so I know.
Well, me and my friends are kind of like my mom and dad, and your guys' friends.
I already gathered that. But Harry likes you guys, so
you're
muted.
Yeah, I gathered you guys are like that. But Harry has also spoken highly of you guys. Said you guys gave him a home.
Yeah, we did.
Sasquatch buddy. Him and I are best friends, and he trusts you guys, and I already liked you guys, so I know what shenanigans you younger folks get into, and I'm fine with it.
I mean,
hey, listen, we can stand to lose a mayor around here. They come and go every so often, and we're not really that. We don't care either way.
Just once he's out of town and gone, just go ahead and start your election.
All right. I'll let Jeeves know.
All right. We better get up there so we can prepare Antonio.
All right. Do you want me to help him move his journey along? Because I can make him not have to travel by carriage if you guys don't want to wait that long.
Do we have a teleportation link to our town yet?
No, but you remember the bins, the magic bins that we installed in a lot of your locations there? I can just have the mayor stand in this bin and show up in the Vulgar Unicorn over there.
We've got to get there before he does to prepare something.
Well, that's fine. Send me a note through the bin. I'll keep an eye on it.
Will do. Let's go.
Can we take all his shit too, or do you want to inherit that?
We gotta wait till he's gone before we do that.
That'd be weird if you're looting his house already. He comes back like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I forgot my keys.
Yeah.
My keys. Okay, everybody has keys.
All right. So we beeline back to Riverdale.
Okay.
I walk off to Antonio when we get there, unless we run into something on the way.
No, there's nothing to run into really. I mean, You get closer, you notice that people are already all the people you hired are already there. You know, the mill's actually it looks cleaner. A lot of the buildings look a lot nicer and cleaner since you guys have been gone, and you have to wonder if the woodland creatures maybe weren't just cleaning up the distillery, but helping out with other things around here too, because the place looks a lot nicer. Or maybe everybody's pitching in, you're not sure, but the place looks nicer.
Our
And
statues
things
polished?
are operating and working, and things are happening.
That's fine with me.
The logs are already coming down the river and everything for the mill.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to Antonio and like, hey, bud.
Blah, 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 blah.
So there's gonna be a really, really big guy that's gonna show up here. Until he steps through your mouth, do not transform. I'm tricking him to step inside you so you can eat him. I give him the thumbs up and just walk away.
And one of the windows just kind of like
winks
at you. The real big like wink.
All right.
And the tree across from it just kind of sways a little bit. And then you turn the one guy into the tree, and
I flip him off. I flip off the tree as I walk by.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have fucked with us.
You notice 2 new trees are on either side of him.
Ah.
What?
Were
Okay.
these trees. Always is the same trees from before.
Well, those
we
2
only had
particular
one-
ones are ash.
Those two are new.
These are new trees, but they also form faces.
Oh, sweet.
It might be the Sylvan lady.
And these are apple trees.
Oh God.
And one of the apple trees throws an apple just at the tree between them. The tree you guys don't like. and you hear that tree goes, "Yeah, I had a bad feeling about you. Now I know, motherfucker." And the other one throws an apple at it too and goes, "Yeah, that's right. You sit there and shut the fuck up."
Peter's just laughing.
Because it's in Sylvan, so but you guys know that their mouths are moving just like the ones before, like they're asshole awakened trees, just like the 2 you killed. And as you look around, like you see some other trees just once in a while, just kind of forming faces and looking around and talking to each other. Like
I look up at the gnome who I'm imagining is still on my shoulder. It's like, you're an artificer, right? Calypso?
Sorry. Yes.
So you can
I got distracted by the whole kid thing.
So you can make could you make like some kind of translator that we could put over the town so we could understand what the fuck everything that we're hiring is saying?
I could. I just
like when we have some downtime, obviously. Raz will tell you how to do downtime stuff.
Yeah. It's something we can work on.
Yeah.
Yes, please teach me. I apologize.
You're fine. All right. So I have them send the note over to Mafak.
All right. He shows up in the Volgreen Unicorn in your village.
I go, well, the Mayor Fam, pleasure. I'm putting the charm on and everything,
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'll follow you wherever you need me to go.
All right. Well, our home's over here. That's where we're going to have the feast. Follow me. And I lead him over to Antonio.
All right.
I open the door. It's like, after you, sir.
And he just waddles and right on in.
I shut the door and I smile and I go, eat up. And I walk away.
Yeah, you hear the mayor shrieking inside because you're not sure how the inside of the house operates when it's eating someone, and you hope to never know.
Nope.
And it sounds very terrifying and painful.
And I walk away. Ooh. And that's how I deal with assholes. And I kind of wipe my hands of it, and that's how I deal with assholes. All right.
How did he fit in that barrel?
I don't know.
It's a big bin. It's not a barrel.
Yeah, it's meant to
it's huge for big shipments.
Yeah, it's meant to send over like supplies of like barrels of grain, barley, barrels of actual fermented alcohol, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big bin.
It's a big bitch.
So so we got this beanstalk we have to deal with now. Because the last thing we need is some interdimensional creature climbing down it and destroying our town.
Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't sound fun.
I mean, we make friends all the time. Why can't this be a friend of ours too?
I always assume enemy unless they're willing to negotiate. That's why I talk first. But if they attack, then I just smash them until they don't move anymore.
Yeah.
I look up at my friends and I say, but if one comes down, doesn't that mean more than one can come down?
Exactly. That's why we need to deal with it now. All right. Does anybody need to stop at any stores and replenish anything, potions, etc., before we go?
That should be all right.
You guys did want to go back to the mayor's home before you move forward with things.
Oh, yeah.
Just as a reminder.
Can we just use the teleporter? The fat ass can fit in it. Couldn't all of us? Even if it's like one at a time. I walk over. I walk over to our vulgar unicorn manager, and I was like, "Could we use the teleporter to get back to whatever the main city name was? Blah blah blah. Insert name here. I forget what the starter town is.
Decadia.
Decadia.
Yeah, of course. You guys can all 4 of you jump in there and just teleport yourself over there. It's not a problem. We do this all the time for a lot of our branches.
All right, right on.
Anywhere there's a vulgar unicorn, you can do this with.
Sweet. All right.
And it's the same with the magic shop too.
We all get in and teleport over to.
Yep, you guys are just magically in the back room of the vulgar unicorn, but as you guys are technically franchise owners.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to be back there and it doesn't matter. Bad things would happen if you weren't, by the way. Hope you never find out. But yeah, you guys just pop out of the teleporter and it's just in a room by itself and there's only one door out of it. And when you leave the room, you're in like the back office area / it's like a half back office, half like
break room.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So I walk out the front and I look at Mafak because I'm guessing he's still there, seeing we haven't been gone that long.
Yeah, he's behind the bar, and then from there, there's another door that leads you into the actual place.
It's like, you guys elect a new mayor? Because the old one's not coming back.
Well, I mean, they're not going to elect it that quickly because they deliberate. It's going to take a week or two, but it is known that elections are going to be ran.
All right. Where was Fam? Fam, did he live in the mansion?
Oh, yeah. Whoever gets elected lives there.
Okay. Well, we're repossessing his possessions. We'll see.
I should warn you that a lot of the possessions there aren't his and are locked to the house. Like most of the artwork is there, but
we're just going mainly for like clothing, gear, things like that.
I would check his personal bedroom and the vault that's hidden. It should the trigger for it should be let's see, whoever's the mayor in the room has a big portrait of themselves in their room. The portrait changes. Swing that out and hit the lever. It should activate a staircase that goes under, which is like the private vault of the person that lives in the room.
Sweet.
It's pretty easy.
So we head over to the mayor's house.
All right. You guys go there. I mean, the door, you knock on the door. Jeeves opens the same guy as before. He's like, "Oh, yes. I was told that you would be here to gather the previous mayor's belongings."
Wow. They know us too well.
And yes. Good job, by the way. I absolutely could not stand that very large, angry man.
Oh, shit, he knows.
Word travels quickly to those in the know here.
I just nod and head upstairs.
You let you go on in. You don't care.
All right. We'll start searching the room first.
Yeah.
The room, and he's got a closet. His size clothes, I mean, really nice, expensive shit you guys could probably sell and get good money out of. Like, I'm talking at like 3 giant wardrobes full of fancy fucking clothes.
All right. What we'll do is
fit me?
Do what?
Do you think it would fit my giant ass?
It's for fat people, not giant people.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you remember, he wasn't that tall. Like, he was maybe like 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
Like, so the amount of fabric there because of his weight would help a little bit, but it still wouldn't. Yeah, it will not properly fit any of you.
Either that, or we could donate it to our if we have a tailor shop, or the beginning of the tailor shop, and they could break it down to more materials.
Yeah.
You don't have a tailor shop right now.
Oh, we can something.
I know. I mean, you guys know what shops you have. You have it written down.
No, we don't. I just looked. All right. So we take the clothes.
Yeah, we'll probably just sell them.
I wrote it down. I got everything that's in our town. All right, so
But yeah,
yeah,
it's all like just lots of clothes and like there's jewelry as well. There's like a jewelry case as well next to those three things. A big jewelry case. There's rings, necklaces. Again, nothing magic. And I'm going to save you the tech magic use. There's no magic in here, but it's just very again gorgeous jewelry and finery. Worth lots of money.
all right. Well, that's all going into the something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's a jeweler in town, isn't there?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Well, we have pawn shops too where we can sell stuff.
pawn shops.
Sweet.
That's what I call them.
No, there is actually a pawn shop.
Yeah.
In Decatur. You guys have never been there, but there is a pawn shop.
Is it
All right.
Richie's?
It's not, but it could be if you want it to be.
All right, so we're gonna open the paint. We're gonna move the painting and pull the lever.
Yep, it's like a button. That's it. Just a button. Big red
All right.
button.
We push the big red button.
And you hear the ground rumbles a little bit, and like right in the far right corner, back right corner of the room, a staircase opens just as it was described.
Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs.
Down there, it looks like a miniature museum. Basically, there's shelves, there's cases, and it's well lit. You don't see the light source. It's just like the light has got a natural like glow.
I
all
look
around the room.
over to the magic users like now is when you detect magic.
Indeed.
Yeah, I will use my
Because it's a
detect-
60 foot of radius around you, everything will glow. That's magical.
I'm using detect magic.
Okay, I mean, a lot of things in here glow, but a lot of it's just like simple shit. Like, there's not much of use in here for you guys. Use in your shop to sell to people or in trade.
That's
You
what
got-
I
you
was
guys-
thinking.
Yeah,
for
you
the
guys
stuff
can.
that we can. Go ahead, sorry.
You guys can get a lot. There's a lot of value here of simple, basic bullshit items. There is a weird machine
Oh God,
in the left corner of the room.
does it glow?
Oh, the whole machine glows.
Oh
And there's
God.
a plaque next to the machine. From what you can tell, because this is old, it's common, but it's really old common, that if once in your lifetime you can step into the machine, it will make one thing about you better. One aspect of yourself will be magically enhanced.
Hmm.
I am not stepping inside SCP-914. Sorry. No. Okay, so we'll just bundle up all the random magical stuff and like put it aside to give to the what's her name? I'd have to look at my notes to see what her name
I would
was.
recommend maybe trading someone in town because there already is a new magic shop runner here.
Well, no, I was gonna say give some of it to our magic shop so they have some wares to sell.
That's fine. I mean, they
Yeah.
also had the entire previous magic
Oh,
shop's
they did?
owners.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys took all the shit from that magic shop and give it to your magic shop.
Okay, I didn't realize if we were starting with zero inventory.
Oh, no. Yeah, you guys are starting with all the inventory for a basic magic shop because you guys haven't even really opened up your town to trade or anything quite yet.
Okay, right on. Then yeah, we'll just take it to the normal mag shop and sell it then. I was going off the assumption we had to build our own inventory.
No. Yeah. You guys have inventory already. Honestly, assorted from just the magical items, you're probably talking about, I'd say in the realm of about 8,000 to split between you guys.
Holy fuck.
And it's just basic shit. Like there's a shovel that lets you dig faster. It's just shit that can help with certain things, but like it's just common magic shit. Like you have no idea why he would even want any of this except for it's just magic and that's why he wanted it.
Any object that will make physical labor easier, I am keeping and
those
sending them back to our town to give to like our road crews or something.
Oh,
like
you
that.
guys definitely find plenty of magical tools. Like a lot of magical tools that just help get the job done quicker and easier.
Yeah.
So minus that, you're looking at probably about 5,000 gold. But you can write down for your town that all the basic tools that someone would need to build things or handle maintenance, you have a full sets of magic tools for that.
All right, hold on.
Building and maintenance tools for your village are magic tools.
So between the 5 of us, would be about 1,000 each. Well, including dough.
Yep, basically. And that machine that would be hard to move. I don't know if you guys could move it.
Well, I mean, we could always each step in and make us better by something if we just want to use it. Do a one-time use. All right, who wants to guinea pig it?
I'll be the guinea pig.
All right, we'll have Reiko step in first.
Okay.
And push the button.
You hear a voice in your head. Are you ready?
Yep.
What part of you would you like to be better?
Oh God.
Did you guys capture the Squirrel King?
No, I'm going back to normal voice. I just wanted to fuck with you guys for a second. No, I was just teasing you. But what part of yourself would you like to be better? It could be something you possess or something about you specifically.
So like a stat or an actual item?
More or less, that's what they're saying. Do you want to make one of your magic items better or make yourself better in some way?
My stats are actually pretty good, so I don't think I want to improve my stats. I think I want to upgrade my Warhammer.
That is a little bit out of my ability. It seems as if it was already recently enhanced. Let's see. Let me analyze you a little more thoroughly here. And you feel like a little bit of a warmth, even below your armor and stuff. Like it's like something else. Like, but it's not like painful or bothersome. It's just you can tell it's really kind of like going over you and checking you out. Now, if you're interested in enhancing your items, I see three things I might be able to help you with. I could possibly make your armor a little nicer. I can make your shield nicer. I could even turn your rope into a rope of climbing.
Forgot that I had a shield.
I can also make you smarter or perhaps more charming.
Damn. So many good options. Probably armor.
Armor, let's see. That is some rather nice. Oh, that is adamantine plate. Yes. I believe I can do this. Basically you'll have +1 adamantine plate.
+1?
Yeah.
You
should be able to find it in here. Let's take a look here for you. I'm trying to figure out how to. Can you give an adamantine plate +1?
All I see is just the plate.
And go to customize. Hold on a minute. Huh. Oh, you know what? You can't because it's already magic. Wait, no, it's not. Give me a moment. This is odd. I haven't used the system in a while, so I'm trying to see what we can do here. Armor. How do you... I'm trying to figure this out now because this is odd. You should be able to still do...
Yeah, I don't see any pluses. All I see is the step up. Like the armor of acid resistance, stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So yeah, I guess we can't do that with the armor. I forgot they changed a lot of stuff for 5e. I'm still again going off old school shit. The weapons you can do pluses with, but it seems as if yeah. So it would be your shield or your rope, probably.
I'll do the shield just because it helps with my armor class.
All right, yeah, shield +1. That's in there for sure. I saw that. So you would basically just remove your current shield and add a shield +1. Yeah, I forgot they did that with the armor. That there's no places to armor anymore. It's you can get it to shields and to weapons, but completely forgot about that. Wah, wah. All right, so next, Bueller.
I climb in and ask and say hi.
Hello, Calypso. How are you today?
I am blessed. What do you do?
Well, I can make something that you own or a part of you better than it currently is. For example, I can make your spoon more powerful. I can make your armor more powerful. I could turn your rope into a rope of climbing. I could make you tougher.
Oh,
I can make you faster or stronger.
Stronger?
I can do that. So it's limited, like a stats of a certain height it can't do. Like anything like that's like a 16 or higher, it can't make better. But you have something that's a 9, which is your strength, and it can indeed make you stronger by moving that to a 10 instead of a 9.
Okay.
Which would also remove your negatives when you try and hit people with your spoon.
That would be awesome.
All right, give me a moment, and I can help you fix that on your sheet really quickly, because we just have to go in and edit your base stats, which just takes a second.
Thank you.
Now, this is something that you guys have available to you. Like, if you guys want to tell Dell about it, she can use it, or not, because this is something that will just go into the possession of the next mayor. Technically, this is the only thing down here that belongs to whoever the mayor is, which is why it can't be moved. But anyone can technically come down here and use it once in their lifetime. The mayors get special ability. They can use it more than once, but not much more than once. Let's see here. Strength. We will move that to 10.
Can I add adamantium to my warhammer? I just realized I can do that in my customization.
You can't through this, but you can eventually. Yes.
Okay.
You've already chosen, sir.
Oh no, I just saw it as a customization. I didn't know if it was like if it helped me or if it just did anything.
There's a lot of cool shit you can do, man. For sure.
Okay.
That's another reason to have money, because you can go and get things done in town, in towns and buy other items you're looking for, and
Okay.
There's a lot out there, sir. All right, next.
I'll go.
All right. Unmute yourself.
Fever's gonna step into the contraption.
Fever Phoenix, the second.
Yeah, so what do you do?
Well, I can make something you possess or some aspect of yourself better than it is. Would you like some examples? I could increase the strength of, technically, of your armor. It's very basic. Your scimitar or short bow. I could also make you stronger or more charming.
Armor.
Your armor. I see that it's it's a very lovely armor, very lovely leather armor, and based on who and what you are, I'm going to assume that we want to keep something similar, something light and not metal, for example.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm taking a look to see what we can do here. What can we do with leather? Well, give me a second, 'cause I'm also looking. Okay, so I'm weirded out by this because we should be able to do +1s to armor, and I can't figure out why the fuck that's not an option.
What is it trying to do? Just look for leather armor +1.
Yeah, you would think so.
You might have to go actually into the character sheet, and go under the equipment and search for it that way. Under the add items thing.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Marine set of leather, mariner's leather, armor of resistance, armor of lightning, blah 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 blah. Blah.
Yeah, this doesn't make
leather
a lot of
+1. Yeah, it's leather +1. It's down the list a little bit, but you just have to hit add next to it.
I didn't even see it when I was looking for his.
What were you? Let me see if I can find it under mine. Adamantite.
Yeah, there's a load more.
Well, I know there's a little bit more. I'm not done. That's not what the issue was because I went all the way down. I couldn't find it. Okay, now I see it. Okay. So yeah, I might let you go back on that one because that was my fault, Matt. If we can find the adamantine.
It's the adamantite it doesn't give you the magic, and you might be able to add a +1 to it. Let me see. I'll just add it to my character sheet real quick. I'll remove it when I'm done. And current inventory. Combat warding. Let me go back to my sheet and see if I can edit it.
So if you just remove your leather and give yourself leather +1.
Okay.
Customize. Cost override, weight override.
Woohoo, my AC is 15 now.
Woohoo. Because this should be easy to do. Like,
yeah.
I'm going back to this character sheet as well. Take a peek.
Yeah, I don't see a way to do it. That's weird. Add custom item?
No, I can do +2 plate armor.
It doesn't. But you could give him the give him the +2 plate armor, and then under customize, because it gives him immunity to criticals, right? As the adamantite.
Yeah.
You can just under your defenses, you can add a custom defense. You can just immune. Let me see if critical hits are here.
So it's up to you, Matt. Either you can keep your shield as a magic shield, or we can boost your plate. And since I couldn't figure it out, it's up to you, man.
I need to check the plate because I'm just trying to go for what will give me the most armor class.
It's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's literally gonna be the same.
All the adamantite does is it's indestructible, and it gives you makes you immune to critical hits.
Yeah, and there's nothing that says you can't then later get better, a better adamantine plate than what you have now. Later on, if you want. I mean, it's really up to you.
Yeah, we'll just keep the shield.
Okay.
I just need to name it.
What, name your shield?
Oh yeah, I named my new store, new Warhammer. It's called Skull Crusher.
Nice. So then, next.
That'd be me because I think I'm the last one.
Yep. And I know these have been simple, but you guys also chose to blast part through a lot of this. So there was other items you guys could have gotten. There was a lot of other things you guys could have done as well that you skipped through, which I don't mind you guys skipping through it all. Just letting people at home also know that when you're a DM, you're kind of at the will of the people.
My stats really don't need to go up. Can you make me Can you grant abilities?
It would depend on the ability.
A
The ability,
feat,
Rodney.
basically. Out of character, a feat.
Okay, it would depend.
I had the feat. Where did where the fuck did that go? Feats. Manage feats. It would be Fey touched. The feat. Fey touched it.
I
Let
see
me.
it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you would want this.
Honestly, the Misty Step. It's like a once a day short term teleportation, which would be great under like a boss fight where he's out of reach for me.
It could grant you the ability to cast Misty Step once a day if you'd like, but not the feat, because it would be a stat and an ability, and that's beyond its ability to do more than one thing.
Oh, okay.
But it could grant you the ability to use Misty Step once in a per encounter, or once per rest.
I'm trying to do add something I can just click on and add to my sheet without. What about
Okay.
Great Weapon Master? Just make me better with my if you score a crit with basically when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon, reduce creature to 0. It basically gives me cleave, lets me make another melee attack, or I can choose to take a -5 to add +10 to damage. -5 to hit to add +10 to damage with it, if I'm using a great weapon, which is
Yeah,
2
they
hit.
don't even have cleave anymore.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
All right.
Yeah, it could grant that reasonably.
I will add that to my sheet then.
Because that's not very OP unless you're getting a crit, which crits don't happen all the time. So
No, yeah, because the only thing that it does is if I choose to take -5, it'll add 10 to my damage.
Yeah, -5 to attack. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, it can grant you that.
All right, so that's what I'll take then. Because bringing up a stat right now, none of them. Well, I mean my charisma, which whatever. I'm a barbarian. I don't need that.
Okay.
I got shit for charisma, and I still convinced that mimic.
Well, you got it listening. It was the other.
Hey, that's all it took, man.
Yeah, but you rolled well though. You rolled decently on it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do our after like what we always do, because we're gonna stop it here.
Okay.
We're just gonna say that you guys got these things and made it back to your village. Unless was there anything anyone else wanted to do before they got back to the village, or other things we can handle, and what you were doing in the meantime in the beginning of the next session.
Oh, I gotta add 2. How much was it? 1,000 gold.
Yeah, everybody got 1,000, and I'm gonna toss it on Doll's sheet for her, since you guys said you were gonna split it with her.
What's the town's gold situation looking like?
Yeah, I might.
It's got 510 gold. That's good.
Okay.
Well, I got her gold added for her as well. Oh, experience.
XP.
Jayson, what's your experience right now?
Good question. Hold on. I am at 300 out of 900.
And you did finally hit level 2, didn't you, last time?
Yes.
You said you're 300?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, everybody is going to get, looks like, 250 experience. Again, there wasn't a lot of much combat except the trees, and but you guys did get an encounter experience, at least for the gargoyles. The gargoyles would have been a lot more experience had you guys have actually, fought them instead of what happened. But you do get some encounter experience and some roleplay experience, because I'm rewarding as a DM.
I technically killed those fucking gargoyles, okay?
Yeah, and you guys also listening at home will find that there will be some things they do, like grander adventures, where they'll level up a lot more of certain things. But today was also another sort of character development episode, and a town building episode, and a lot of weird things happening episode. But there will be actual downtime between this session and the next session, because I'm going to assume now that you guys have got some things handled, you're going to be doing some things in your town. So when we start the next time, we'll actually do downtime before we start any adventures going forward. because that was the last one shot I had for you for this month, because it was the Easter one and you didn't one episode. So we'll start, working on more like actual like story building for specifically the adventure.
We got a beanstalk to inspect.
You do, and I'm going to be doing some work for that in the meantime as well, because you've already told me that's what you're tackling next. So
What was the name of that?
Tackling,
what was the name of that fey creature, so I can add it to the town notes?
You don't know because you didn't ask and it didn't tell you.
Unknown.
So the next major holiday after this is 420.
Oh, don't you worry.
And
Don't
that's
you worry.
technically like the next, because you'll have Jayson's next week and then the week after. So like halfway through April, we'll have your next next.
Oh yeah, don't worry. There will be 420.
Will we get to see Tally?
You might see Tally, but you'll definitely see
the squirrel kid.
And it's funny because when she laughs in the background, you can hear it as in that voice, and that just makes it funnier.
That's what makes me laugh more is hearing my high pitched laugh.
So we're gonna do our after hours campfire or after adventure campfire, where we just talk about things we like, things we'd like to see get better, etc. So Jenny, we're gonna start with you. You weren't as active in this one
because I kept missing.
You did miss. You did do some missing.
But
you removed your negative.
Yes, I appreciate that. And I appreciate the thing not like being completely SCP. My favorite part was the bunny/fae being willing to join us, but that also involves so many outcomes that could happen as we move forward.
It could. Just wait till Christmas.
Oh fuck!
You got the woodland critters now, and we're gonna have to do a woodland critter Christmas episode.
We need Goldberg.
But see, the woodland critters are our friends now, so they're not going to try to hurt us. They're going to help us.
You'll want to help the woodland critters summon Satan.
Oh shit!
I can hear Matt's laugh from down here.
I know. So, what do you think? Are there things that we can all work on as players or DM? Feedback on there?
Well, probably not completely just rushing headlong into everything.
Okay, that's more of a player advice.
That being the first thought. We could have that not being like the first thought we do.
Yeah.
When we move forward, that would be my suggestion. Because, most other games, I would assume, higher stats and other items could be found, or helpful friends could be made.
True.
So,
yeah. So less rushing is your advice.
Yeah, that would be my suggestion.
Okay, good suggestion. Over to you, Michelle. I got you next.
So don't use the beans next time, is what you're saying, right?
No, I'm saying let's find out what's happening where we are in like the town, instead of like this thing happened, we should go kill it. Let's gather more information before we decide to go kill things.
Well, yeah,
like, think before we shoot. So first,
we didn't kill it,
and
we technically only killed 2 treants. So,
Yes, we didn't. I didn't say we didn't kill it. I said let's burn it down, which we did burn things down. So we did exactly what I set out to do. After that, whatever.
Okay.
I have to say, I like playing with my bag of beans because, like, when I had them the last time, I had fun playing with them. And now I've got them again. And you know what? You can't help having a bag of beans and just throwing one and growing a beanstalk that can do anything. It can lead to just a very beautiful view. Knowing our DM, that's not gonna happen.
No, it's not.
But it's always the fun of seeing what can happen and having that chaotic character that just doesn't give a fuck. She really doesn't give a fuck. She's just there to have fun. And if that means creating a giant beanstalk and climbing it and finding a fucking giant, so fucking be it.
Fair enough. Anything that you think we could work on?
I mean, honestly, I think everybody's doing pretty good. I mean, yeah, we might rush headlong into things, but we make new friends when we do that. So it's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Matt?
My favorite thing was probably whenever you caught me off guard with the squirrel voice again. That was probably my favorite part. And another one was and another thing that I had fun with was the naming of some of my items. I told you about the Skull Crusher.
Yeah.
But then I just named my armor, the adamantium armor.
Mm-hmm.
Can't break this.
Wow.
And then I named my shield. I think it sounds pretty badass. It's Reiko's Death Defender.
Nice. Although, missed opportunity to name your Warhammer MC Hammer.
Oh, shit. Now I have to do it.
Hey, just remember that hammer is too legit to quit.
Oh, yeah.
So, any advice? Anything you think we could get better at?
Stop being Russian.
Okay.
Russian? Are you saying no Russian?
And I want to talk to our Barry friend more.
Oh dear God.
Barry. I'm Barry. Shit.
Sounds like a fun guy.
He is. Yep. All right, over to you, Jayson.
All right. First thing, lasting character thing. Hold on, I had something. So the desk's name is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
We're sticking with the Italian themes.
Okay.
He is going to be in my office. He is going to be my trapdoor. Where all the evil villains have the trapdoor, I have the mimic desk.
Fair enough.
Because they will be sitting across from my desk while I speak with them, and Lorenzo was going to be my desk. And if they ever piss me off, I say, I'm just going to let Lorenzo eat them.
Full on Skinner.
Excellent. My favorite thing was I actually enjoy that we rush sometimes because it's just it matches how chaotic our party is. We're like, this, okay, let's go do it. We don't waste time. We don't sit there and try to like we are literally chaos incarnate. Because we will either help you or we will totally obliterate you. It just depends on our mood, and I love it because most of the time I've been playing with campaigns where everybody's like trying to be moral conjure and everything. Even in evil campaigns, I have never actually played a campaign where it's I'm going to do what I want to do if you like it or not, and it's fun. This is one of the first campaigns I've actually been able to do this in a very long time.
Anything we could work on?
We do need to think a little bit before we act. Like Jenny said, gather some more information, or assess what other skills people have before banging on a lock and destroying it so it can't be picked.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, we're having fun. That's all that really matters. Doesn't matter how good we do as long as we're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And we don't die.
Even if we die, as long as we had fun doing it. Because you can always just make another character.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true.
I mean, I did almost die, so
My favorite part was getting to introduce woodland critters. I'm not gonna lie. So she lied to you guys through the fucking teeth, and not a single goddamn one of you guys thought to like
I knew it.
I don't care.
check or and like she lied to you guys about so much absolute shit. And it was funny because everybody's like, yeah, okay, okay. And now you guys have a distillery which can produce amazing alcohol. Not Mafox alcohol, but a very different ale that is magical, and you'll that'll be problems for you guys on down the road. So you've created a lot of problems for yourself that you don't know about yet, which is going to be fun for me. But that could also potentially be turned in your favor depending on how you use it.
I knew it
But the
was
woodland
Loki.
critters, yeah, it's not Loki. She really is a fae. Like what she looked like when she took the rabbit costume off, is what she actually looks like. So you got to actually meet her, but she's a bullshitter, man. Like she's a deceiver fae. Like yeah, it'll be fun.
It's DM. Speaking of being a bullshitter, seeing my my background was con artist. Can I get inspiration for conning the fuck out of that mayor to going into the house to get eaten?
We'll see, because it wasn't very hard. You just said food, and he was like, "Okay, I'm there."
Yes, I played to the wants, needs, and desires of the person I was
I
conning.
mean, you did, and you know he was based on the fam that we used to work with at Pizza Hut back in the day.
Exactly.
Yep.
Why do you think I wanted to murder him?
We'll talk about that later. Things we need to work on. One thing, you players that have played before, you have to remember that all those experiences that you've had before, these two haven't. So I would advise. I like that you guys are doing what you want. I'm fine with it. You guys know as a DM, I'm fine with that. I let you make the decisions and I roll with you. Just make sure you're realizing that you need to slow things down a little bit in places so the people that aren't as skilled or experienced in D&D can have that D&D experience as well. That would be my only, and it's not a complaint so much as just it's a gentle advice. Remember that you have new players in your party. You guys have missed out on a lot of things in the sessions that would have been good, but you found other awesome things by doing the way you did them. But just remember to once in a while, just slow it down, take a breath, and see where an adventure goes. But yeah, that's it. Otherwise, I mean, again, I really enjoyed this session as much as I've enjoyed the other ones. Dell only missed the Easter part, so I'll be able to fill her in on things. And again, starting next session, we're getting into developing more of the story of you guys' town and more character work. So I'm really excited to kind of see how this goes in the next section, which guys, 2 weeks from tonight, for those of you listening, is the next D&D game for Allied Adventures. But Jayson, I'll let you go ahead and talk about where they're going to start seeing this coming week.
Next week, you will be seeing Outlight's foray into the SCP universe, as our intrepid adventurers will be stepping into the shoes of either an MTF agent, a researcher, or a D-class, dealing with it's to get everybody's feet wet. We're going to kind of start it out as a monster of the week thing. Just kind of you're going to be running tests or try to recontain a certain SCP, and then once everybody kind of gets used to the system, we'll start going into more overarching story, because for those of you who know the SCP universe, once everybody basically hits that level 5 where Raz says where the gloves come off, there we don't go off levels, and because we're using the World of Darkness system. But once you guys hit a certain power amount of, basically once you hit a certain XP number, because you all will get the same XP and it's not going to be it, but you're going to start living, your characters will start living through SCP 5000. Which, for those of you who don't know, is the Foundation finds out there's something that's going wrong inside of every human being ever, and it will cause the eventual death of the universe. So they turn on humanity and just start causing war on humanity. So that's going to be the overarching storyline in the future, but the first few is going to be Monsters of the Week, getting everybody's feet wet, and then learning the ropes and getting their characters some time to develop before we really start doing the show. And just as a little side note, this is kind of going to also be like Paranoia, where you will have clones. So you're going to have so many of the same character. So because you will die. This is the SCP universe. I kind of count on you dying.
Right.
But you're going to have a clone where it's going to come back, same stats, everything else. but you'll have a limited amount because eventually, after you run out of clones, you will have to make a new character. So that's what we're going to run into next week. It's just the Allight Adventures X SCP.
So yeah, we're definitely excited about that as well. And it officially marks our Thursdays being nothing but Allied Adventures because Jenny, the lovely Jenny, was kind enough to move Unprinted Pages to a different day of the week so we could do back-to-back adventuring. So again, thank you for that, Jenny, very, very much.
Welcome.
But yeah, tomorrow we got again Chainer's Haunted Secrets. Going again with another new lovely guest for our second episode of that show. So we'll have us haunters together. Got me, Pyle, Ron, and Jenny with a surprise guest for tomorrow. And then Sunday, our first ever Allight picture shows with Bernie Rao from Killer Sofa. So again, another all new, brand new show from us over here at Allight Network. And as usual, we have everything going depending on what your taste, your interest is. We have a show for pretty much fucking everything. So we hope you guys enjoy that. Also coming up next week, Monday, we've got our usual. Oh my god, and my brain just died. Tomb of the Terrible. Jenny, what movie are we doing this week?
We are doing the something haunted doll.
Oh yeah, the Haunted Doll movie. We have it listed somewhere. We're all very tired because we've gamed and used our brains. But yeah, another great movie. Great movie for Tomb of the Terrible. Watching terrible movies so you don't have to. Of course, Tuesday, they've always got great things going on or at Splash Pages. Usually Dell's our correspondent on that, but check out Splash Pages on Tuesday at the Dorkening at 8 p.m. Not our normal time, so the time screws me up. Then Wednesday, we have Mats and Monsters coming back at you with more of our Road to WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is almost upon us, people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another episode of Mats and Monsters Wrestling right after Mats and Monsters, the normal show. So we'll be doing some colorful commentary for some new matches. And then Thursday, I feel like I should know what we have Thursday, but my brain is so dead right now.
I mean, obviously, Allight Adventures.
Yeah, thank you. Oh my god, we were just talking about it. I'm that tired. I'm not kidding. So that's like that's a big slate coming up for you guys for all next week. So, we'll see you guys on any of our shows and come to all of them. Damn it! And
sure to keep an eye on Twitch.
Yep. Keep an eye on Twitch because we're doing more South Park gaming over there this week. Hopefully, I can get Matt to actually come down and play some wrestling so we can do more of the story mode for WWE 2K24. We haven't done that in a while. So keep an eye over there, and we will be launching full scale the Allight gaming side of things on Twitch very, very soon, like within the next week or two, probably, with an all new look over there and all new everything. And remember to like and subscribe everything we do, especially Twitch. We need to get to that 50 subs, guys, like 50 subscribers, like bad. We're at 23. We need 27 more people immediately. So make it happen. Tell your family, friends, the guy that washes your car, whoever. Just tell people. Otherwise, our journey, or rather our adventure this evening, has come to an end. So kindly see your way out and fuck off. And don't forget to neuter your friends. Spay and neuter your friends.